Hey everyone, Forehead Fables
I'm not
episode
feeling it today.
42.
patron episode. Brian's
it's
not
patron?
feeling. Yeah, it's a patron one. Brian leans way back, knocks over his green screen, untucks his shirt. He doesn't give a fuck.
All right, I thought I was underdressed and stuff, and
Yeah, but Poop's wearing a robe.
Yeah, but it's
yeah,
a classy
Patreon.
robe.
It's Patreon. You know, well,
It's a
I thought I was
classy robe. It's cold
underdressed.
down here. It's cold
this
down
is
How
seen
here.
by
cold is
tens
it?
of people. It's fine.
I don't know. I've got the heat from the TV fire and a lava lamp supporting me. This candle, and this robe. It's a basement. It just gets cold. Outside, it's quite frightful, but the fires, so delightful.
It's like 80 degrees here. It's fucking hot as shit.
Well, yeah, it's
And he
Florida.
was like, "Can we have a fire and s'mores and stuff?" I was like, "Jesus Christ,
you
bitch,
son
it's
of
a
a
million."
bitch.
Yeah, it's fucking hot
Watch
as
that
shit.
shit on TV. I ain't fucking do that.
I love winter holiday seasons and stuff. I don't really like getting cold, but I love, I set up a little Christmas village from that. Figure the site where I get all my shit from had a Christmas village batch. And one of the things is a little ski slope where it still works. And you plug it in and little tiny skiers go down the slope and then up and then down. I love little stuff like that.
Somebody's grandma didn't wake up one Christmas
Yep.
morning, and he's profiting off of it.
One woman's horror is my pleasure. Okay, she's
You
gone,
should-
and I've got her stuff. It smells like
You
a
should
woman.
re-engineer it so it's like that ski lift accident video that keeps going around on Twitter.
Yeah.
They're just flinging
I have not
skiers
seen that.
at like
Okay.
a million
I
miles
should
per
put
hour.
blood all over it. Yeah,
Is that real?
yeah, it is real. It's very.
I looked up where
Scary.
it happened and it was like Eastern Europe, and I was like, whew, it's not in fucking like Stowe,
Oh, it's
Vermont
not
or
Winter
anything.
Park.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
thank
not
God.
in fucking Telluride or any place I'm gonna be at.
It's an
Jesus.
insane, fucking hard to pronounce place. I know.
Nah,
yeah, I know
Georgia
about
is
that.
where it happened, not the state.
Oh,
but
yeah,
the,
yeah.
It's
the
really hard to
international
pronounce.
state.
Yeah,
Georgia.
the most obscure
Whoa,
European country to my English
Yeah.
tongue. Gorgia?
I could never pronounce that word.
Gorgie? What the hell is that?
Wait.
Man, how was everybody's Thanksgiving?
It was great, yeah.
Dreadful. No, I'm just
I
kidding.
ate the same shit I eat every day.
Shut up, you're Canadian. I was talking to Boo.
Yeah.
Drink some Coke.
It was delightful. I went down to southern Indiana to I don't know. I guess it's not really
Delightful.
doxing if I say where it is. I mean, you've been there. I don't know. I still feel cautious. Well, I've ran into a fucking viewer there, so maybe you'll tell people. I was at the seventh wonder of the world or eighth wonder of the world. It's located in Indiana, believe it or not. And it kind of feels like everywhere says that. It's the largest freestanding dome. I think it was the largest freestanding dome for from 1808 to 1809 or something.
Yeah.
But it's a little bit of
Which,
Indiana
by the way,
history.
this place that's not. I feel like what should be the claim to fame. The claim to fame was wasn't it like a really nice spring, and then they just decided
it
they
still
hated
is.
it.
But I don't want
It is. It's dude. My grandma and I watched this informatic little video in there, and I was like, I did not pay attention, but yeah, it was nice for a while, and it was used for people from Chicago would take the train down and go to the springs there to, get the poison out of you by getting in the hot spring and stuff, and
then what they do?
relax. I don't know. It went into
What do you
squalor.
eat?
They put a bunch of fucking mercury in it or something. They poured
Oh.
because they were like, "This is the devil's spring" or something.
Oh,
it's a banana.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
On a little
On a
plate
little
too.
wood
wood
bladder.
bladder.
Abby made me banana nut bread, but then she was like, "Oh, the kids aren't going to eat it," so she put chocolate in there. That's why it looks like it's
Oh
burned.
my
It's
God.
Wait,
chocolate.
so
that's so
if the
good.
kids are gonna eat it, they get chocolate. If the kids don't, they don't. What?
If banana nut bread, if there's no chocolate in it, the kids aren't going to eat it.
Why?
She's trying because
the kids are picky.
Because they're kids.
Yeah.
They
They're-
fucking hate chocolate.
No, Brian, you're missing the
Are
point.
you
They put
stupid?
the chocolate
Put
in
the
it
chocolate in there because
to entice the child.
To entice the child. And then they still really didn't have much.
I thought you meant, they're not gonna eat it, so I'm gonna put chocolate in this.
I'm gonna put
Like, what the
cream and
fuck?
chocolate and marshmallows.
Yeah, I'm gonna put sprinkles and fucking
It's like a
frosting on it.
cartoon parent from
Oh,
like
yeah,
a
like
fat
vegan
Disney
kids.
movie.
They're like, I have celiac disease. I can't eat that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was good. The food was
I would
good.
have hated your kids right there for a second.
I did clock though immediately when I went there. Like my nephew was like, I was like, what is that? And my family always thinks I'm like a germaphobe or like a hypochondriac or whatever. And I'm like, he's like, is he getting sick? Oh no, it's just like little kid, just like little kid grunt, and like it's allergies. And then my sister, like 2 days, or not 2 days later, like 2 hours later, just like
It's like the super.
and then walking around the dome, there's just people everywhere, like and it's a buffet style.
That's just
and everything
Indiana,
like
though.
looked really good, but it was like buffet, and everyone's like fucking just gross and coughing onto stuff, was severely underdressed. I ran into a viewer there, and now he was like pulled a total like Sam in fucking that grocery store. He's like, "Hey, do you know anything about a podcast?" I'm like, yeah." And I looked around because I was horrified my family would be near me because they want to know the name of it. And they would just ask, like, they realized he recognized me. They'd be like, "Hey, what's the name of it?" And then I just sat there and I stared at him for like 5 seconds. And then he's like, "Well, that's all I wanted." And he walked away. I was like, I just gave that guy a very uncomfortable experience.
You're cold as fuck.
Yeah, I was just like caught off guard, dude. I was like, what the fuck? Like, is this guy going to narc on me to my family? And yeah, it was really nothing much happened. I left early that night because I didn't want to get sick.
You didn't want to get recognized again?
Yeah, I didn't want to. Yeah, my fame's getting kind of insane. So,
dude, I saw that documentary about those people that moved into. There's like a name for their little cult, but they were like, "Hey, we're in."
Gremlins.
They're in like the Pacific Northwest, and they were like, "Hey, we can easily take over local politics and make it in our favor if we like poison certain people on like election night or whatever, election day." Whoa. And so they went to like a salad bar that, and like the only local restaurant, because it was a small town, and they like sprayed the flu on all the food.
Oh my god.
And I'd always been freaked out eating at salad bars and shit, but I watched that and it actually kind of worked a little bit. And I was like, no, I'm not fucking eating from a salad
Especially
bar
not
ever
during
again.
election times.
Yeah,
that's that.
In Tallahassee, are you in Leon County? This is a Democrat holdout, dude. There's people intimidating you with guns at the polling
rat poison
stations.
in there.
Yeah. There's gonna be a lot of poison in that salad.
Yeah.
And only Democrats eat salad, so
Exactly. Yeah, dirty that. You wouldn't see shit like that on a steak fucking bar.
The T-bone bar.
Red meat. Yeah.
The dude at Golden Corral with the big fucking roast beast or whatever. That guy that is unpoisoned.
I used
Except
to
for
love
the
Golden
well
Corral.
done side. The well done
the
pile
well-done
is covered in
side is
flu and death.
In case any of them FAMU boys
Goddamn
show up.
yuppies, yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, by the way, you were talking earlier about like future camping trips or something like that for podcast boys.
Oh yeah.
What would be a
Mount Rainier?
No, not even like hiking, but just event.
Oh, we should go
and
to
this kind of goes out to the audience
arcade.
Too. Yeah, Brian's really swinging for that casino trip. The guy kind of dangled.
Oh, the casino is sick. The casino is sick.
What about spelunking?
No fucking way.
You
not
wouldn't
a
catch
chance.
me dead in a fucking cave.
Why would I ever
go to a dark cave?
Come on, I got the most to lose. Come on, let's go spelunking. Don't be a fucking pussy.
I've been spelunking. I'm not interested in going again, especially.
We'll just have Brian go first. He's the roundest at all.
That's how
of
you
us.
get stuck. And then that's how you have
we'll
to
make sure he's not
crawl
in
back.
between us and the exit.
I've told you the story of a fat guy got stuck in front of me and I had to crawl backwards while caving. I'm not going to do that again.
Okay, we'll bring dynamite. So worst case
I also
scenario, we
just
dig
watched. What's that movie? The Descent.
Is that
what it's called? I just
that
rewatched that.
Going down somewhere.
Yeah, it's about going down.
It's about going down, and there's
It's about 8
Kremlins.
chicks going down on each other.
It's actually very hot. Everyone in
I think I've seen that.
It's actually kind of a badass, sweet movie too. It's really good. And,
no, it's actually when people go like, "Hey, female protagonists, like, why can't they make a good?" Everybody always brings up Alien and shit.
People I hang out with never bring up that conversation, but
really,
your crowd, yeah. Why can't women make good movies?
No, not women being good movies. But like, why? Whenever there's like a female lead, does it seem so ham-fisted? And I'm like, you just gotta look in the right places. Like everybody always brings up Alien, but that's like from what 1978 or something like that. Yeah, The Descent, all female cast, good ass movie. Annihilation, good ass movie, all female cast.
Movie.
Ghostbusters.
Great.
That's an example of one of those that I was talking about as not being good. But yeah, Ghostbusters. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually watched The Descent. A girl came over and she's like, "Put on a scary movie." And I did like the most autistic, like
horrifying. Actually,
no. But see, the thing is, the entire time she like pissed me off to the point where I was like, I don't want you to be here anymore, because I was like, I actually love this movie. Like, this is a really good movie. And I put it on, and like the entire time she like to the beginning, she's like, "This is stupid. This sucks. Like, I hate it." Like, just like overly like, "What's happening? Where's the like? This isn't scary." And I'm like, "It's build up. Like, the build up's happening." And then she was like, "What? Is there like a monster down there? Like, what's happening?" And then at one point she's like, "What are there like cave people or something?" And I was like, "Well, like kind of." But she's like, "That's stupid. I hate it." I'm like, "Oh my god!" I just
never show someone that I know a movie I like or a song I like until I got a beat on them. Yeah, until I got a read on him.
Jesus, it was
dude.
Yeah,
it was
like a clam.
It was a bad night overall. And that was the cherry on top. Just like I picked a movie and it just got torn apart for the entire duration. I watched the entire movie.
You ever like put a song on in the car and the person you're with goes like, "What is this fucking dog shit?
Is this radio? Did you turn the radio on?"
Yeah, that's the worst. That's worse than calling it dog shit, dude.
I'm like sweating because I go like, "Oh, this is about to knock their pants off."
I love
Sam puts his hand over the words Sam's Jams 2020. Like, he's like, "Oh,
Sam's
fuck.
mega hits."
Songs to play with friends.
Best song I've ever heard. Part 3.
Playlist for Abby, and she's just like, "This is the dumbest shit ever."
That's my friend group. I love like showing them stuff, but I feel like most of the time they're just like, "God damn it! Like, I don't like you showing me things or like playing movies or whatever." But that's, the ultimate is when you play a song and they're like, "What's the name of that?" It happens so incredibly rarely, but when it does, it feels it's so rare. And I
who
swear
that
to God,
happens with all the time?
I think sometimes they look it up on their phone before they'd ask me. Like, they Shazam it in secrecy.
They don't want to ask. They don't want to show vulnerability.
I feel like
please give your knowledge.
If you want that experience, show something to Bizzle. And I don't know if it's like if it's just his way of bonding
got a lot
with you.
more similar music taste to me than my friends.
It's not that. The guy's like just range of media that he consumes is so vast. You
crazy.
Could be listening to just like 16th century fucking tribal beats from Nicaragua, and he would be like, "This is hitting. Send me this playlist." He fucking doesn't give a shit.
I know, but that's like one of the things Bizzle and I like first like kind of bonded over. Is just like we have a lot of similar songs in our playlist, similar music taste.
I feel like it's hard to find somebody that he wouldn't have like a shared media.
Damn, dude. Listen, Bizzle's brought it up before. He's like, I love Poob's music. That's how we got along at first. You're just trying to shut it into.
He's trying to ruin it.
Special.
Yeah.
That's for anyone.
Yeah, you have no bond with that man.
Okay.
Yeah, music.
Your bond is superficial and fabricated by him. Yeah. He said, "I need to find something," and I found nothing. So I'm just going to pick music because he seems to care about that dog shit.
You guys, this is built on League of Legends and music.
Yes. Yeah. Now that's a fucking bond. That's a goddamn iron bond between us. We even made a playlist together that's like 90% his music.
I know. I was added to that, and I've not contributed because
me neither.
You don't deserve that music. I've got a private one with just him and I. It has 18,000 songs in it.
Yeah, it's his whole fucking
perfectly
library.
Split
Every song he's ever heard, his whole life.
Perfectly split in half. Equal contributions on both sides.
We go one for one.
I uploaded the 9001 song at fucking 5 a.m. and then he just matched me.
Yeah.
Okay, so Spelunking's off the table. What about
absolutely not?
Skydiving would not be off the table for me.
I'm not jumping out of a plane unless it's going
pussy!
down.
Hypocrite! Oh, you want to go deep in the ground, but you wouldn't go up in the
If something goes wrong in a fucking cave, you just sit there and go like, all right, let's figure it out. Worst case scenario, you don't eat for a week and then you lose a little bit of weight, you fit right on through.
That's
what about those people that get stuck and then they're there for like days and then you die?
Don't go down. I played Minecraft. You don't go head first down.
No. Worst case, it starts to rain. And then you get stuck and then you get slipped down and you slip down further.
Yeah.
And then a off section of man that evolved in caves finds you in there and hunts you down.
They don't have eyes. They don't they use sound to find you.
I hate those things. And they're real.
They are real. We don't
They're probable,
really deal
at
with
least.
them. Yeah.
Yeah, but like
they could be.
I mean, skydiving,
Well, I just watched Point Break, and I want to go skydiving. Also, my grandpa was apparently went skydiving. Not the racist dog killing grandpa. My cool grandpa, unfortunately, fortune doesn't favor the bold, and
he died spelunking.
Yeah, he got ALS, so he couldn't skydive, and then he just kind of crumbled away.
Let's take a look.
He turned to dust. That's horrible.
Sam, I'm actually bringing up something really heavy right now.
Sugar pine needle.
That is stupid.
This is a new
pine
scent.
needle. What does that smell like?
It's trying too hard to be Christmassy.
It is the season. We don't really have seasons in Florida, so we have to make them with these
candle
with fucking dirty, stinky candles.
Yeah,
that probably been sneezed on
with the stink on them.
But anyway,
that smells like sugared pine needles.
I'm gonna try.
No, I don't want to go skydiving.
So we can't go up, we can't go down.
We can't skydive.
Something here. Skiing,
golf trip,
skiing, snowboarding.
Golfing.
Yeah.
I'm
golf
so bad
trip.
at golf, but I'd play golf. Yeah, golf would be dope.
Trip? I actually.
Or what's that shit where
probably,
you get wasted and
rock
climbing a wall?
Yeah.
No.
I've started working out. I can do 2 pull-ups.
Okay. Well,
I'm working out right now, actually.
I haven't been working out at all, but I'm pretty confident I can do some pull-ups.
Yeah.
Look at these.
Make it higher though.
But yeah, I just today canceled my membership to that rock climbing gym because I'd been paying for a membership for 6 months, and I have been about 5 times. And every time I go up to the bar, get a burger, get a drink. Go home.
And then you leave. You walk out. And then you walk the fuck out. He's in town for something else, and he's like, "Oh fuck, I'm hungry."
Yeah. And also, I had just a horrible mix-up there there's a guy with the exact same name as me there, and I got all hassled.
Yeah, Poop or Sam?
I'll tell you the name that he has. It was just awkward, and they thought I was this guy, and they're talking to me about stuff. I got a lot of private information about him and his wife. They're trying to have another kid.
Old.
Yeah, they're looking for a third. They're looking for someone to donate eggs. So
somebody with the same name, so that the child doesn't get confused.
That the child has the same last name. Yeah.
Yeah.
It got a little weird, so
I should have said, "Hey, if they were looking for sperm."
That's what I meant.
I mean, man
egg.
I made a donation yesterday to my own hand, so if you want to...
I was about to say,
I've actually can make spunk in the locker.
I don't know. We don't got to go to a
kid will come out the same.
I'll leave it in the sauna. I think they're supposed to be heated up to be fertile or something. Keep moving. So I'll just leave it on the porch or the bench.
You come out like this,
nut on the floor. You do with it whatever you want.
Yeah. Honestly, if I nut in there, it's probably going to turn into air vapor, and you could just sit in there for a while and absorb me.
Oh yeah, the end of your dick would be like a kettle, a tea kettle.
Yeah. If you
whistle to come out
for a while. Yeah, it'd probably just
awesome.
It'd go in through the skin.
I've heard of that. Yeah,
make a baby that's 100% me. That's how you clone. I'm pretty sure. That'd be a great movie.
That would be, yeah.
Where some guy just came on the.
If guy coming in a sauna.
Yeah.
It's like impregnate yourself.
Yeah, because it goes through the skin. So skiing, golfing, maybe.
I was okay. So there was the casino trip on the
beachfront.
The reason why is because I feel like
when
we went to San Diego, that was intended to be like an IRL podcast, and we did not follow through.
It was TwitchCon for me, but
and so the people need. I feel like they got gypped. That's a derogatory
they didn't even know it was happening, did they?
Yeah.
I mean, it was paid for with patron money, so it was meant to be.
That was my fucking toilet paper. Yeah. Okay, they want me to wipe my ass with it. I don't know what that means. I do wipe my ass with it. I'm sorry, patrons. I'm speaking out of line. Yeah, we should use their money for a trip.
To go traveling more. They like it when we do that.
To other places
I shouldn't have interrupted you. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Maybe we hit each continent.
Each
something
continent,
small,
Antarctica.
something small that they would like a podcast on each continent.
Yeah.
And then once we finish that, I mean, I'm sure we'll have plenty left over. We could just go ahead and start hitting every country.
Yeah, every country, and then we narrow it down every state, every town, every county,
every city, yeah.
Every municipality,
everybody's house, everybody's fucking.
If it has a stoplight, we're doing a goddamn podcast there.
Yeah,
it's gonna be awesome.
That'd be so cool.
Okay, so I was really hoping for spelunking, but
Yeah,
But
I like.
aren't you
I
the
was
one
more
that's
into
constantly reading about
spunking.
people getting stuck and dying and
I
shit?
know, but they always make
You of all
mistakes.
people.
They always make so
Like
many
what?
mistakes.
What's the mistake?
What is your confidence that makes you think you wouldn't make a mistake?
I would just, I'm like a cat. I would just look at a hole and go, I can't fit in that.
No.
There's
Listen,
some people that go like, oh, I can fit in that. And then they're dumb.
Before Idaho, I'd say, sure, Bizzle will just lead us right through the cave. After Idaho, after I saw that my trip sitter go, man, what do we do?
Yeah,
I would go into that cave with blind confidence. At some point, it'd be like, I don't remember where we came in and where I don't know which way we're going.
Yeah,
and my phone battery's dying. It's the only flashlight we have.
Okay, what about we make it like a collaborative event where there's like YouTubers out there that do spelunking. It's like this middle-aged guy and his like 15-year-old son or something, maybe his nephew, and they go out and they just do like uncharted caving, and they always
straight from the Descent.
Uncharted, I know, Uncharted
no cave
caving
foundation.
And they
What
seem
if that guy
to
fucking died? What if he dies?
they get in contact with him and he's like stuck at the bottom of a
My
cave.
son
Sorry, what if he
fucking-
dies
he's
while we're
like, got
doing it? We're
stuck.
stuck with this 15-year-old.
Oh yeah, even better.
And then
He
it's
doesn't know
like
what's
we have
happening.
to eat his dad in front of him. Like, that's just the stuff we have to worry about.
I mean, I guess.
Well, we have to fuck his dad if we get too horny. That'd be,
Yeah.
I mean,
That's the
he's not
worst.
ready for that. He's 15.
Why can't we fuck each other?
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna make it out alive. We're gonna have to still do the show.
yeah.
It'd be awkward. There'd be so much tension.
Yeah.
We'd have to fuck him. I would think.
Okay. Yeah.
But you know, it's an uncharted cave. It's not like
And he'd be dead at this point, so
we could
he
probably
wouldn't even
just kill him then
complain.
at that point because I don't want to get out that we raped him. You know, so
it's
we
just-
just turned this spelunking trip into a rape.
Well, what about the kid? We had to kill the kid too. It'd be a double murder.
And then we blow up the surface of the cave.
Yeah.
Set up.
It's uncharted. They'll
light it
never
with,
fucking know. It's an uncharted case.
mining charges. Yeah.
Then
We
the
were
podcast,
fracking it and we
the
found this
podcast
kid.
is just us like completely traumatized. Yeah, so we met up in Kentucky and nothing fucking happened at all. We
They
drove
never showed
here.
up or something.
Yeah.
They couldn't make it. I don't know. Our
I
hair's
talked to
blown
him
back.
yesterday on the
Yeah.
phone, and he said he drove accidentally north for 6 hours. And he's not gonna be able to make it. He's somewhere
got
up
this-
there, last known
this-
location.
This phone recording of him. It's a voicemail he left. It's just like, okay, I'm driving. Oh God, watch out for the road. I'm sure with AI technology, we could make that sound pretty convincing.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what's going on the road? Something like that. Drives right off.
Dude, I have to go crack my back. I'm sorry. It
What?
is. I'm in like
pulled
extreme
my
agony.
back.
I'm sorry.
Go crack it. Go crack it right in front of us.
Damn.
Yeah.
Sam, what did you do?
I went and
You
rolled on
talking
a
about
foam roller.
fucking an old man, and you kind of left for a little bit. Yeah. You're all sweaty.
We'd have to fucking kill these people. Hold on, I gotta take a quick cold shower.
Be right
Crack my
back,
back.
guys.
Oh, you worked up a sweat? Cracking your back. Okay.
Fuck. Oh man, yeah. Oh shit, dude, I am just so fucking like not everybody. I've seen like 3 people tweet about it where there's like, I ate so much shit. I feel like fucking like not eating shit for the rest of the fucking year, which Christmas has come around, but I'm just sitting here fucking eating this goddamn
Part 2.
chocolate banana nut bread, and I'm just
yeah.
like, oh, I've been eating like gravy and mashed potatoes for like 3 days. I'm so
It's
fucking
gonna start
over it,
adding
dude.
up.
Yeah.
And then a month later, you're like, ooh, fucking ham or whatever.
Yeah.
What do you have for
Actually,
Christmas?
You get ham usually, but everybody on Thanksgiving around here, at least they do turkey and then they do ham too because everybody fucking hates turkey. It's just ceremonial.
Dude, turkey's so
I'm assuming Abby doesn't let you celebrate Hanukkah,
Yeah, that's not allowed.
and she won't let the children be raised with any of those beliefs.
No.
You should just like a 180.
You
Just be like,
should do
they're
an
gonna be
audible.
like devout
I want them to
Jews.
go to Jewish school.
Shalom, my friends. Yes.
Jewish
It's
school.
part of my
I bet that's
culture,
what
Abby.
it's called.
You're erasing
No,
me.
I'm not gonna.
You're
Put,
erasing my
I have
existence.
daughters, dude. I'm not gonna put them in the Jewish religion. They're treated like goddamn second-class citizens.
Wait, shit. Do they?
City- I
They
thought
still
that
get to
was
wear.
Muslims.
They get to wear those little hats.
Yeah, that's the extent of
Is it
human
the same
rights
with
is whether or
Jewish?
not you get to wear fucking hats. Well, yeah, they get to wear
joking.
hats.
Yeah, but the women
No,
don't
I
have to
ment
wear
the
the little
little
caps.
ones.
Yeah.
Those little
Little
tiny
yarmulkes,
fucking
yeah.
like shrink ray
Well, I
hats.
couldn't think of the word yarmulke. Jesus Christ, I was genuine though. I couldn't think
half
if
a
I
coconut on their
is that
head.
like
I
a
don't know
thing
what the fuck
just
the point
men
is.
wear, or is that
Wait,
Everyone.
Yamaka's? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think just
It's
the
got a
dudes
little
wearing them. I
clip
don't
too
really
in
know
there.
a
It's
whole
fucking
Isn't it
lot.
fake.
supposed to like make you like the reminder of God or something above you, or
I think
that's supposed to be God or something.
it's supposed
What
to
is
be
a
like
Yamaka?
Listen, I don't speak
How do
for
you
the
spell
Jewish
that? How do you spell
population.
that? How do you,
there's like 8 different spellings. It's fucking
Why-
insane.
why-
Well,
do
actually, no. Yeah, I
Jews
do have some Jewish
wear
relatives. I guess
that
I do speak
fucking
for them.
hat?
It's a reminder of God being above.
Is that what it is? I thought it was
I don't
like
know.
you're not supposed to show like the top of your head to God for some reason.
It's just
Like,
you don't want to
keep it
show
covered.
male. You don't want to show male pattern baldness.
Yeah. Don't show God your goddamn
When-
liver
Sam,
spots
you're
on the
gonna
top of
start
your
really
head.
wearing- you're gonna
fucked-
start wearing a
fucked up,
yarmulke
making
in a
you-
couple of years.
Yeah.
cover up the little back of that.
Yeah. When I get this little thing going on.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I'll
I
switch.
think I'm gonna wear yarmulkes now.
And then as I get like the Dr. Phil, where it's just like totally bald and the yarmulke doesn't quite cover it up, I'll become Catholic and I'll get the big cardinal one. Where it's like the yarmulke times 2.
You could just become
I
an
know what you're
Orthodox.
talking about.
Or I could just wear a
Yeah.
baseball
Jewish person
cap.
and get one of those big.
Okay, first I become Jewish, then I become MAGA, and I get a big fucking red baseball cap.
You
Well,
just
it's
slowly
the,
change.
Just the pipeline. Yeah, for balding men.
Balding
What
middle-aged dudes.
happens? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you get hair plugs and you're like, I convert to atheism.
Yeah,
Back
you
to
can come
normal.
back.
Take that shit back
You
out.
make enough money
Yeah.
from the podcast. Go to Turkey. We should do our next hiking trip in Turkey. You get hair-
Wait, why Turkey? What the fuck's in Turkey?
That's where I always see. I get a like. You don't ever see those on TikTok. Like people get the hair transplant and they've got like the needle marks all on their fucking head. They're always
What?
people are always
It's in
saying it's.
Turkey?
I think that's like a hot spot for it. I know like
Turkey?
Iran's big for like eye procedures or something. Turkey's big on that. Like Brazil's big on like.
It's because,
BBLs.
like, dude, you want to see some
It's just
damn
way
good
cheaper
barbers?
and stuff.
It's
Look
the
at
Turkish
the
barbers. They
Turkish barbers,
fucking-
dude. Those guys go
They cut
fucking
the shit out of
hard.
your hair, dude.
And
Well,
all
I
those
think
dudes have
they're
like the thickest
doing-
beards and thickest hair too. I would
Kind
get
of
a hair
doing the
transplant
opposite.
there
They're
too.
kind of doing the opposite of a barber's job, though.
What do you mean?
I mean, they're putting
They're
hair
putting-
in
they're
your
adding
head.
hair.
Oh
They're
no,
putting it- yeah.
I'm just saying like
They
if
just
they
know their
are
hair.
cutting it, dude,
They're
they
just
probably
hair in
saving-
general.
they
They're probably
shape
saving
beards
the
and
scraps
stuff. Like,
and
yeah,
putting it on people's heads.
if I was to get a hair transplant from someone, a Turkish person would be the number one, top of the list. Because their hair is so thick
and
and
who's
luscious.
at the bottom?
Probably another bald guy. Probably
Yeah,
like Homer
Like a-
Simpson, who has like 3
Yeah.
hairs on his head.
or like The Rock or fucking
Yeah,
Adam.
I wouldn't want the Rock's hair follicles for sure. I always thought he looked hilarious with hair. If you've seen
Who's
those pictures of
Yeah,
The
I
Rock
mean,
Yeah,
is
the-
like-
it doesn't look natural anymore because he's
he's-
been rocking it for so long.
he's got a great
Rocking it.
bald head.
did he have?
It's perfect.
Did he have
for
a
his
little bit of
head.
hair in what's the movie? Walk the Line.
Yeah, I think
I'm
he
thinking.
had like a little.
That's stun hair.
Wait, no,
that's
not
his
Walk
hair.
the Line. That's the
Stunt hair.
Elvis
That's
movie.
American,
What's that
yeah.
movie called? Fuck. He has 2 movies from that era that I used to like
Is
a
it-
lot when
is
I
it-
was a kid.
Is
where
it
it's
Black
li-
Adam?
No, it's
I fucking-
the one with him and Johnny Knoxville, and then the one with him and Sean William Scott or whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about, audience. You guys love when we talk about movies. You know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't think anybody keeps up on early.
The Rundown
Rock.
is one of them.
And the other one is the Scorpion
Oh,
King.
Moana.
Walking
Moana.
Tall.
He had hair in that.
Moana. His hair
Rundown
was
and Walking
incredible
It
in
was
Moana.
luxurious in that one.
Do you
Yeah.
think he went to a Turkish hair transplant doctor for Moana?
For Moana specifically, I
Yeah.
think and then he took it all off. They peeled it
Well,
out.
he has an image to uphold. He's The Rock. He's
Yeah.
no longer Moana. He's kind of a method actor. He becomes whatever character he's working with. Oh, is that
Gotta
from
read
the
one.
Rundown?
too.
That's from the Rundown, yeah.
Oh,
Apparently, Walking Tall is a remake.
yeah, the
This is
original's pretty
definitely
good.
when
And
he-
it's a true story too, by the way.
This is when he's
The
got less.
Rundown.
I actually think the one with The Rock is badass. It's him and Johnny Knoxville. That movie kicks ass.
Well,
He just walks around with that 2x4 and just like beats the shit out of people with it.
How tall is he?
I forget
know there-
what
isn't
the
there-
instance was for like. Do you remember the plot of the movie? It is a true story. Like
It's
the
like
sheriff.
he's just like he's a small town sheriff and just something with his daughter
I remember
happen.
seeing it.
Or like
there's like
no,
a
wait, no,
corrupt
there's like a
gang in
drug
town or something.
Someone like gets addicted to drugs or something. Or I can't remember the plot of the Rundown. Maybe I'm mixing them.
Have you guys
Oh,
heard
you
that
said the
story
Rundown
of
or
like
the Walking Tall?
the Green Beret guy that like moved into basically Compton or something in the 90s? And he like moved into his house and all these gang members kept coming by and like intimidating him. And he basically called his little fucking Green Beret friends over and they had like a massive shootout with like the Crips in fucking broad daylight, like on the street. God. It was like the most insane gunfight of all time. Like this guy just called up his friends. He goes like, yeah, there's going to be trouble. Like I saw them come by and do like the Gran Torino. Like they rolled down the window and looked at him and gave him like a finger pistol. Yeah. And he had already had conflict with him. And so he invited like all of his Green Beret friends for a barbecue. And he was like, bring your guns and shit. And they were like, okay. And then they ended up just having a gunfight with the Crips.
I feel like the Green Beret dude.
I don't know. I think you'd have to plug this into the Deadliest Warrior supercomputer.
Yeah. Well, really. You also have to factor in the environment, right?
That's probably like 14 to 18 years old, or a trained Green Beret killer. Yeah. They've had multiple tours of duty and they have machine guns. These guys had like Tech 9s versus like M16s and shit.
Yeah, but you got to think of home advantage. They're in the ghetto, all right?
But they're literally at this guy's house, so home advantage.
They know that house more than he does. They probably fucking robbed it a few times.
But like home field advantage when you're literally in your home.
It's a bad point to bring up for the guys invading the home.
Okay, so they both have home field advantage. We got the streets is the home for one side, and then that guy's literal home.
If they lure him out of the house, he's fucked. Yeah. Is all I'm saying.
I don't. This is really bad thing to bring up at this time, but I forget the outcome.
Yeah,
I just know that the gunfight happened, and I don't think the guy got charged. I
wouldn't put money on anyone wearing a beret. They sound like kind of like a pussy.
It sounds really lame.
Yeah,
right?
I think they probably
lost. Misleading.
Yeah.
And then no the Crips, it's like a never-ending army of them. They just keep showing up.
Yeah. And Green Berets never made any cool music.
What? Yeah, exactly. I thought for a second you meant the Green Berets made cool music.
That would be cool if there was like drill rap or something for Green Berets. Like there was like a military genre of rap. That would be pretty.
It probably is a military genre of rap. There's probably a bunch of fucking Eminem leftover like wannabes doing like ROTC rap.
Hey, you know what? It looks like it was a draw because it looks like the cops arrested all the gang. Yeah, I looked it up.
Okay, what's the dude's name?
Hold on.
Give us a read down of the Wikipedia. What's the incident called?
This is on military.com, actually. It's Sergeant Bill Folk was an Army Ranger at Fort Lewis, Washington, when he purchased a cheap house in rough Tacoma neighborhood. Oh, that's already a bad idea. As an investment in 1989, you sorry fucking sucker. And then, let's see, drug-related crime surge in the area is a piece of shit. Picture of him and his buddies. Picture of a bunch of Crips, I assume.
You say, what's his name? Polk?
Wait, they're Army Rangers.
Yeah.
Oh, they're Rangers, not Green Berets. I fucked up like everything about this story.
Yeah.
I mean, that's literally every time we tell a story that's based in reality. We just kind of, it's fine to make stuff up. The audience
it was 15 to 20 gang members. Holy shit, dude.
What's his name again? Polk? Hulk?
Bill Folk. F-O-U-L-K.
Jesus Christ. 4 videos recommended in a row from 4 different channels where they all use the exact same title almost. Army Rangers smoke some Crips. When the Army Rangers smoke some gang members. Army Rangers smoke some Crips in 1890. Or in 1989 and 1890. 1989. Army Rangers smoked some Crips. They love saying that these Rangers smoked these Crips.
I guess
it was a draw, though. You just said how bad
the cops had to intervene. The cops had to intervene.
In this picture, this Army Ranger's got a fucking rocket launcher on his back. I don't think that's legal. I don't think you can.
They got their guns confiscated. So yeah, I don't think it was
like legal. Fucking like castle doctrine if you're shooting rockets and stuff and stand your ground.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but does castle doctrine apply to like shooting out the front of your house like a goddamn western
you call your friends over and are like, I'm about to engage in a shootout.
We're about to have World War III in Tacoma. Yeah, I don't.
We will not be evacuating any neighbors. We will just be shooting rockets
recklessly
and RPGs.
Yeah, but this guy rules.
Yeah, it doesn't show how many people he had. I mean, his little buddies, it looks like a group of 5. 5 versus 20. I mean, that is...
Yeah, we already went over home field advantage, so...
Yeah, home field. Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah. Well, they both have home field advantage.
Just comment on the story. Sounds like an interesting story. Too bad it's horribly written and the text is all fucked.
What the fuck? No, they are part of the Green Berets. Include the Rangers. Wait, they probably were the Green Beret, right? They're all part of the same. I thought the Green Berets was like a French
Green
group or
Beret
something.
a British thing?
That's what I thought. I thought it was like some European.
I don't know
shit.
Wait, no.
Oh,
Green Beret.
No, they are.
Yeah, no. Green Beret is.
I'm sitting here trying to like
U.S. Army.
trying to find this story, and I've been reading Robert Folk's Wikipedia page for like 3 minutes, and he's an actor that played in Lassie from 1958 to 1962. I'm just on the wrong goddamn page.
Yeah, that's a different guy.
It took me a long time to figure that out.
You're looking at Robert C. Folk.
Who are the British people that wear berets? Don't they have,
this guy was old and balding in like 1950. With that, this is not the same guy.
I was about to say, if that guy held off any amount of Crips, that guy deserves a goddamn medal because he looks like a pussy. Okay, so what was I gonna say? It was
Why the fuck are people wearing berets? Why aren't they wearing
the
like
British,
helmets?
They wear their berets and they like mold them down their head. It looks really cool. They commit more to slamming those things on their head than other people. You know, like the mimes kind of have them like.
Yeah, the mimes kind of.
It's just like sitting
French
up there.
bastards. Yeah.
Yeah, they put no care
the Green
into
Berets
the way.
also. Honestly, the Green Beret in the U.S. military, it looks. They kind of mold it, but it kind of has a what's the guy that created Pinocchio, like Gazpacho or whatever? They kind of got like
Uncle Geppetto.
Yeah, they kind of like a Geppetto. They kind of like a Geppetto look to it. Like it kind of looks like a little French man. I don't know. It doesn't look as cool as I feel like it should.
Yeah.
What about something better, like one of those helmets that can hold 2 beer bottles?
What the fuck happened to the pickle hob?
What?
Those little
the Prussian army, like the little Prussian dudes from World War I that had the spike on top. That was my biggest gripe with All Quiet on the Western Front.
What the fuck's the point of it? They just headbutt people
swag.
with it, like
it just looked cool.
Yeah.
It wasn't even like
wouldn't that like reveal your location a little? Like
you have a giant spike on your head. You look fucking cool.
You
it
have
doesn't
a
matter.
huge butt plug on your head.
Yeah. Not only that, but it's not even like bulletproof. It's just made out of leather. Like they're not. They just look cool as shit.
It's just a big sharp pointy thing.
Yeah.
I don't even.
I honestly think it'd be cooler if they did like like 2 like devil horns or something.
Yeah.
I mean, they're the bad guys. They should make them into devil horns. But if they would just want to do,
excuse me, was Germany? Were they the bad guys from World War I?
Listen, I'm sorry.
World War I's a little bit more of a
If you're
gray
not
area.
American,
They're
you're a
just
bad guy.
Angry fuckers.
is that the?
Yeah.
No, I think
I've
World
been
War I,
indoctrinated.
everybody was just like, "Oh Jesus Christ, we have to fight," and then they just got dragged into it.
Some dumb shit got fucking killed by accident or by mistake. Like, all right,
there's America and there's the other. And if you got a spiky, weird fucking helmet that looks like I actually don't. Maybe it's the propaganda getting to me. I think these helmets look stupid, and I always have.
Are you serious? Are you fucking
pickle
serious?
Stabbers?
I kind of am. I think they look like a butt plug on top of a helmet, like on top of a bike helmet.
You are off your fucking rocker if you think these aren't the coolest helmets ever commissioned.
I'll find a cooler one.
Nope, not gonna unless you roll back even further and go into like armored.
How long
like
can
knights?
I go? Yeah.
Why the fuck would you want that on your head?
In the 20th century, how about that?
All right.
In the 20th, the coolest 20th century helmet.
I'm saying the pickle hob. That's my fucking choice. Those things look awesome.
It does look like a little butt plug. It's not even sharp enough to kill somebody with it. It's
are
just
you
a
kidding me?
butt plug.
Okay, you're in the trenches. You're walking around. Guy trips and falls.
Listen, I'm just saying, imagine Saving Private Ryan, but they're all wearing those.
It goes into his fucking
scenario.
carotid artery. No, it goes into his groin and it cuts his femoral artery. You don't think that would kill him?
Sam.
Well, some of these are really rounded. I think it would massage them. I don't even.
Well, I'm looking at a render from Total War.
Imagine Saving Private Ryan, but they're wearing those helmets the entire movie.
It would be awesome. It would
be fucking ridiculous. I would laugh them off the big screen.
Yeah, I would take a motorcycle.
You would
helmet
never
to battle,
laugh
all
at
right?
Vin Diesel in Saving Private Ryan with a big helmet.
Band of
Vin
brothers,
Diesel.
but they're all wearing these little fucking spiky helmets. I think just a classic, good old green helmet. Got a nice look to it.
Just like
good
the
old
standard
American,
Vietnam standard helmet.
Vietnam helmet.
We have the
the little
most
netting and
boring
shit on it.
military helmets of all time. It's just a bucket.
What the hell? What's this supposed? It's not a fashion show. It's
Yeah.
just
It
supposed
is
to
a
not
fashion
get.
show.
It's just so
Maybe
you
It is a
don't
fashion
die.
show. It's a statement, dude.
On
Your
their
aesthetic is a
fancy
statement.
Nazi uniforms that
they're
in
not-
more time practicing how to fight a war, they would have got somewhere.
Okay, you're pushing me into a corner to be like this Nazi
Yeah, you're-
apologist.
Nazi.
And
I'm
they
gonna
had
fall
good
for it.
outfits.
I didn't have to push very hard.
I am gonna fall for it. Hook, line, and sinker. Hugo Boss was a genius.
I still buy Boss products whenever I can.
Yes,
Vintage, too.
vintage. As
Yeah.
vintage as it
From the
gets.
40s.
Early 40s.
My grandpa left me a whole mess of vintage Hugo Boss.
She started
Another
me off
Hugo
of my
Boss.
collection.
He really got me into high fashion. Funny little outfits and these cute boots.
Oh man. Okay, it's weird though that they had like such swag, but then they had those stupid like mounty pants. You know what I'm talking about? Ones with a lot of thigh room. What the fuck's going on with those?
Germans?
Yeah,
World War II
Germans
Germans
and
or
the-
World War
and the
One
ki-
Germans.
No, that's just been like I think they even had them in World War One. Just big old thigh pants. And Mounties still have them, right, in Canada?
Probably.
Yeah.
Mounties are like a joke. Like Mounties are like a meme.
Oh, are they not like a real thing?
No, they are. It's just fucking. They're just hilarious looking. They look stupid as fuck. They're like cartoon
I think
characters.
they're the
They
coolest
look like park
one.
rangers.
Wait. I just thought of a better, worse beret, and that's the Swiss Guard or whatever in the Vatican. Look those guys up. Swiss Guard in the Vatican. I would be pissed if I was a trained killer and
Oh,
they dressed
Jesus
me up
Christ.
as shit.
Well, these are
Which
these
way?
are Swiss
Where?
jesters in the fucking
Dude,
The
but
one
those
with the
guys,
berets?
Yeah,
the ones
Jesus
with the.
Christ.
they give those fuckers
The
pole
beret-
arms
the-
though. They get
the
pole
beret
arms.
is the least offensive part of the
They
entire
should be
outfit.
walking on fucking stilts, honestly.
Yeah.
With this getup, are you kidding me? They have a big fucking red nose and what the hell?
These, I would honestly, and this sounds extreme, I'd kill myself if I had to wear this.
By the way, if that was my
no,
uniform,
what's worse is they're not
you
just
look like
like
you work at a
they're
Jack in the Box. What is this?
Those guys
Like-
aren't just hired to like work at a McDonald's and wear that. These guys go through insane training. They are top of
Yeah,
the
then
like
they get
cream of
them
the
that.
crop killers, and then they go, "All right, put this on, dumbass."
He's your
I
being
would
And
reward.
hold a
Screaming.
pole arm. I'd be like,
Yeah.
what year is it? What are we doing here?
Dude, I wonder if someone's ever had to use the pole arm in action. That
I mean,
would be
okay, don't
fucking
get me
brutal.
wrong.
That would be
Yeah.
awesome.
What,
Getting
like
to wear the
2020?
armor
Yeah.
and the pole arm would be badass. But having to wear this absolute circusry shit underneath would make me like so fucking sad.
Yeah, it's not the
Make me
best.
so deeply sad.
The clowns over there have to up their game.
Oh, we should get Swiss Guard uniforms. I wonder who sells them.
Honestly, yeah, I feel like that's a kind
Yeah,
of
how rare is it?
unoffensive. Like that's not stolen valor or whatever. If you dress up like a Swiss Guard,
Exactly.
are they really? That's
And
I
it's
need
not,
to
it's not
plug
like
them
wearing a
into the.
dashiki or some shit. We're allowed to wear this.
I need to plug them into the Deadliest Warrior computer to see how powerful they really are. They're like, so why are they at the Vatican? They're like the Pope's army.
Yeah, they're the Pope's like
It's
personal
like the
guards.
Queen's Guard,
Did
right?
he
The
like
Queen's-
win them in a bout or something?
Look at these like Prussian helmets, dude. That one on the left, that like tall fur one with the fucking
my God.
skull and crossbones on. That other guy's got a taxidermied eagle on top of his head.
Yeah, I know. That one's like a meme.
That one's badass.
It looks like the eagle has like a crown on its head too.
Wait. Oh my god.
Like a little eagle-sized crown.
Dude, Prussians always had those mustaches that came down and then went up in like spikes, like a Wario
Dude,
mustache.
To
Yeah,
be
what
a
the
Swiss
fuck?
Guard, first off, they started in 1506 with 150 of them. But now to become one, you have to be of Swiss nationality, be Catholic, unmarried, ages 19 to 30, and be a minimum height of 5'7". You can't, if you're less than 5'7" and you wear that clown outfit, you're too vulnerable.
Yeah.
You're funny at that point.
Wait, it says
Yeah.
you have to undergone
Yeah,
military
exactly.
training and have
It's
high
no
school. You
longer
have to have a high
scary.
school diploma.
Well, how many do they
Wait, I
have
thought
now,
it was
then?
a more rigorous training.
Wait, no. Now it's
regimen
saying
than just high school diploma
well,
and
it-
above.
it
five
looks-
seven.
it looks like I'm
some
on a-
Eagle Scout shit.
I'm on a brief history of them. It looks like in the 1400s, like before that, they actually were like some of like they were really sought after in the Middle Ages as like mercenaries. And then there was an assassination attempt on the Pope in 1981, and it changed to a greater emphasis on non-ceremonial roles and enhanced training in unarmed combat and counterterrorism techniques.
Because it
So
sounded
since
like for a
1981, they're
minute.
probably
They only get 25 boys.
Because from the criteria you listed, it sounded like it would be harder
it
to
could
like
be, you could
be
just
a
be
Hooters
like,
girl than.
well,
a
you do
Swiss
have to be
Guard.
Swiss and Catholic.
Oh yeah, that's they have a population of
Hooters
like
girl.
2 million. That's like impossible. There's
And you have to
Defined
not
as
be
Swiss
short.
Catholic.
every eligible bachelor is probably a goddamn Swiss
And unmarried.
Guard.
Unmarried.
You have to be
They have
unmarried
celibate.
and the
It's gotta be-
tallest of your population. That's tough.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
Damn,
And you
dude.
have to have sex with all the priests, which that blows too.
Yeah.
You really
Wait,
have to be a
so
sick
like,
fuck
are
to
they
join these
allowed
people.
to? Is it like Kingsguard from Game of Thrones, or can you just like fuck in your little Jester outfit?
I
Yeah,
don't
let's
know.
find this out.
I
Let's
think-
figure this
I
shit
think
out.
there's no
Once you
rules
put it
against
on-
it, but they put
Yeah.
you in it because they know you're not going to get any.
It's like a,
Yeah.
it's like a full body chastity belt.
They,
Like you,
they make sure you're not married, and then they put you on pussy repellent.
Yeah.
Like this. They put,
like Jesus Christ. I thought Queen's Guard looked fucking stupid, and they do. They're big ass like microphone helmets.
yeah, but this
But
is it's literally 25 clown people. They
Yeah,
should roll
I
up in a
think if
goddamn clown
I
car.
think if they mix these and they put the Queen's Guard helmet on top of the clown outfit and vice versa, if they gave the Queen's Guard those berets, they'd look a lot less.
we would see the first documented case of death by embarrassment.
And like, why do the
What would
Queen's
happen?
Guards like? It doesn't seem like a very practical thing for a guard
fuck.
to be covering your eyes. And like 90% of the pictures of
That
them,
shit's
they
just a
have their
meme.
eyes covered.
Yeah, that's just a meme.
It's to
It's
keep
so
out
that
that
sun doesn't go in my
blinding British sun.
British
Yeah.
sun, yeah. It's like
Honestly, I kind of want to buy
See,
one
they
of
have
these
16-hour
helmets. Can I
days.
buy one of these?
I know, right?
what the big fucking
Yeah, it
like,
just would look like you could put googly eyes on it. Look like a big fucking puppet or something.
like a cousin it. What the hell? Like, what is that supposed to be? It's just made out of like fur. What kind of fur is that?
Some things are really hard to buy, man. Like, I bet you could find a novelty one, but like a high end.
Yeah, it probably is really hard to. And
Because
also,
I was trying to
saying-
get like a powdered wig, like a legit
Oh, it's
nice
called a bear
powdered
skin,
wig.
so it's probably bearskin.
Oh, it's
It's
expensive.
impossible to
But they're-
find one. Like you can find
powdered
them that are
wig?
kind of like ghetto, but they're or even the handmade ones just
The
look
ones that
kind
you
of
see
shitty.
at like Party City and shit.
Yeah. Even
They're
the
just, like,
nice ones
dog
on
shit.
Etsy are kind of shitty. And I'm like, I want like a made for me insane. I want the one that what was the guy? He was like a magistrate or something like that from Pirates of the Caribbean. And he was like a judge and he had one that like went
I
down
know
his
you're talking about.
shoulders and down his
Yeah.
back and everything. That's what I want. I want the curls up top and then the Swiss rolls going all the way down into like a beautiful like shoulder garment.
That would be fucking
With some of the
badass.
fucking Valyrian hair from fucking
Yeah,
the new Game of
yeah.
Thrones.
You look at
So
those.
that shit.
I've
These helmets
just
cost-
seen stills from that show, and they just look like wigs. They're like
No,
the,
not some
Yeah,
of them
well-
are pretty good. Some of the
Are
wigs
they?
are pretty
Over
good.
the
Some of them are
top.
bad, but that show's really good.
Is it good?
So
I've
it's
heard
got
nothing
some
but good
weirder
things
pa-
about it.
It's
It's got
decent.
a
yeah.
little bit worse pacing than first seasons of Game of Thrones and stuff, but it has to like time jump a lot. These British, sorry, one more thing about these.
Go for it.
They cost $900. They were made to intimidate people to make them look taller, and the reason in that picture it's under their lip, the chin strap, is because
If someone tries to punch their big stupid fucking head off their head,
no, it's because they're so
Stays on.
they're so
Try to
heavy
smack it off
that
it.
if they're under the chin and they get shot and like fall backwards, it could like snap your neck from the like it falling back. That'd be the most embarrassing fucking way to die. Your big dumb helmet that everyone can just see you wearing it. Snap your own neck from falling.
That's fucking
yeah,
tragic.
that's weak.
Yeah, I hate the British.
Yeah, that's fucking idiots.
Pansies. That's why they lost.
Yeah, because they put stupid fucking
Yeah.
hats on their head, like fucking break their
The
neck.
British are coming. I see their big stupid fucking heads.
Yeah,
from-
throw a rock at them. They'll fucking take care of them.
Yeah, quick, push them over. They'll break their own necks.
Yeah, it's fucking idiots.
I'm not going to partake in this slander because I recently talked to Fungle again, and it was one of the best conversations I've had in like a year. I love that man. And he's British. Out of respect for him, I'm not saying a word against these goddamn dumbhats.
I told Swift the other day that he's spending too much time in your Discord with those people, and it's a bad influence.
Is it?
Speaking of British people, oh God, is it? I don't know. Maybe not.
What happened?
Yeah, he's.
What do you mean? You guys gonna act? I'm sorry. I'm hitting a little close to home. Just every time I have an extended conversation in that Discord, I'm like, I think I just almost got like, I think someone's trying to put me down a pipeline or something, or like turn me into a terrorist or a
all
racist.
The riffraff is gone. All the riffraff's gone.
All the extremists are gone. Now
you stay in our chats. You're fine.
There's just this guy there. What's his name, Brian? He cracks me up every time I get in the call. He has his webcam on and he's standing like 12 feet away from his webcam, and he always just stands like posed and like the most like just gaily posing, looking at the webcam, just chatting from really far away.
Who the fuck is that?
You don't know who it is? I don't know what the guy's name is.
His name's Red Dragonius.
Oh, is it Time Agent?
Yeah, Time Agent. That's his
we
name.
had to get rid of him. He's a pedo.
Oh, it's
The This guy was just there. Okay, yeah.
All right, I'm trying to vouch for this guy.
We cleaned
he was the turn the leaf dude.
We got rid of
that
him.
was the guy I was using as a reference for the fact that this Discord server has turned. It's a whole different era. Turns out to be a pedophile. God damn.
Yeah, we.
All right.
Okay.
Apparently... So I will admit. Poob, you might be right.
You might be honest.
It's a dangerous place to spend. What it can do to the young mind, I experienced a couple of years ago. It's not healthy.
Yeah,
that's why we ban minors.
Yeah,
it's too dangerous in there. It's fucked up.
That's not good, though. You shouldn't have to have a place where you have to preemptively ban. That's one of the worst things I've ever heard.
Yeah, we've just started getting rid of
anyone that's a minority or a minor or different.
You're not gonna like what you hear here, and I'm kind of legally responsible for it.
I'm sick of being in trouble.
Anyway,
if you have any sort of like just ethnicity that's vulnerable, if you're a child, just stay out of there.
Yeah.
Any sort of PTSD, if you've been raped or assaulted, just stay the fuck away from this place.
If you're a person that has like a chance to become somebody, we also just ban you. Like we ask you first.
That's why Logan left.
Are you
Logan's
in
gone now.
Logan's gone now?
Logan's gone?
We asked him. He's like, I fucking hate that server.
Dude, Logan and I are in sync.
Okay, when I say people with a future, I don't mean Logan. He's been in fucking college for like 2 decades now.
Yeah, but it's smart guy college.
No, he's
like smart guy college.
It's not even. Is it smart guy college? What's he doing now?
I don't fucking know, dude.
Like
I don't ask.
No, I don't think I don't even think he has a bachelor's yet.
I don't want to talk about this guy's personal life, but he went from like a lawyer to like something else. He stopped. He was basically about to pass the bar, and then he didn't want to do it anymore, so he went and did some other school.
And then he hung out too much in Sam's Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah, then he left.
Yeah. He called his professor a slur, and then he got kicked out of law school.
And he was like, fuck, it was the damn server. I never would have called him that.
What are you going to do, Professor? Cancel me on Twitter? And then he's back to tennis or something. So Fungle's doing well. He's...
Yeah, Fungle's doing good. Well, I was so concerned because he seemed like he was suicidal. And it turns out it was just the Discord wearing him down. And
another example.
Another victim.
It saps your life. It saps your life for
sap a little bit. Yeah. It's like
maybe that's why I don't go in there that much
good.
anymore. I just wait until 9:00 shows up. I play with the boys.
Yeah.
So half the people in there I don't even.
Honestly, let me tell you something. This stays between the 2 of us, 3 of us.
Yeah.
There's 3 of us.
4
with Stolt.
I prefer going in there and just going into like the rat room, like a random chat with random people, than going in there into that goddamn curated hellhole that with like Willard and like whoever the fuck he deems okay to hang out with. Those people fucking suck,
Every time I join Sam to ask you a question.
I mean, this is unrelated because this is all Discord shit, but it's Kalar who's the one who vets these people. That's why.
Kalar's ability to why is he the guy that vets me? He's like the least social person ever. Like if you want someone to vet people on cool or not cool, you get someone like Poob or someone that has like social
Oh, his capability of cool. Look at him.
Yeah.
No, he's the guy that has like friends and stuff. Like Kaler's a goddamn like 40-year-old incel at this point. How fucking old is that guy? Any older than me?
I think so.
Yeah, what the hell? Why is he our goddamn gatekeeper for cool people?
It's his role, and I don't give a fuck about my roles.
I'm not gonna goddamn cut this out. Kaler, if you're listening to me, I've known you for over a decade. You're not the guy that determines who's cool and who's not.
Well,
see, it zoomed down his finger, dude. It focused his finger. That's how serious it is.
That's how serious I am. Zoom in on that.
You.
Yeah.
Every time I go in there, Sam, when you're in there, I have like a question for you, and then it's like without fail, like you'll leave after like 2 minutes every time I've ever joined it, and then I'm just like, okay, well, see you guys, and I feel so bad because everyone's like, oh, now you leave, huh? Sam left. I'm like, yep, that's what's happening.
I'm out.
Like,
I'm getting the fuck out of here.
leaving. I had a question for him only. So, but you know, there's some good people in there too. I like talking to Lisa, and
she doesn't hang out in there.
Apparently,
she just comes in whenever I'm in there.
Apparently, she's a very well-adjusted person and doesn't do anything weird or insane. Or
never freaked out or done
anything creepy.
Yeah, she's completely normal.
That's the
like
most
everyone
stable person in there.
Yeah. Like us all.
Oh man. Oh yeah, but anyways, Fungle. Like I was very concerned about him and everything, and it basically was that Logan conversation. I was like, dude, like you've just been playing GTA RP. I see it every day. It's like SGK whatever something pack, and then GTA RP opens up. 5M opens up, and he's like getting on there like daily. And
like a job.
And I'm like, are you okay? And he's like, oh yeah, that server just fucking sucks ass. Like he's got a whole new group of friends, which I was like, you know, a person like that, he deserves to have a little group of friends. But then I was like, well, what about this GTA RP? This is like an unhealthy obsession. You know, we play games, but like, he's like, it is kind of concerning because I have like triple the amount of hours that he had on League. Like he has 5,000 hours on GTA RP. 5,000.
Jesus fucking absurd.
He's the goddamn police chief of in like the 5M server. And I'm like, the no pixel server? I'm like, you could, with that amount of hours, like you could probably be on your way to becoming a real life police chief. You could just be like a normal ass guy with a job.
If it's dude, he could be a police chief in like fucking a quarter of that time, less than that shit, dude.
He definitely spent a lot of time
streaming it or anything.
No, he's in there for the
role play. 5,000 hours of it. You can at least get a couple.
He has to have like a highlight reel or something, like a funny moment. No, he's in there for the grind.
Dude, I still haven't reapplied again to No Pixel. I'm paying their monthly. I paid them
for
2 months now.
Monthly fee?
They say like
monthly for.
You can't get in, and like if you have connections or whatever, that's not going to help you. You just got to put in an application like everybody else. All right, first of all, favoritism, nepotism, that's a thing in this world.
It exists very hard in Twitch circle.
And you can tell me that if Critical wanted to get in No Pixel, he can't just say, I want in, and they let him in.
It would be expedited for sure.
There's definitely favoritism, all right?
Oh, yeah.
And I know the goddamn police chief to one of these No Pixel servers. He should be able to get me in.
5,000 hours.
Yeah, 5,000 hours. Goddamn backbone of the community. He should be able to vouch for me. And I asked him, I was like, will you vouch for me? And he goes, absolutely not.
Oh my God.
He's like, I built a goddamn life in there, and I don't want you to come in there.
He knows exactly what's going to happen.
I want you to meet someone.
Harass people.
It's my wife and kids.
Yeah.
This is Fungle Jr. He's 3 years old already.
I'd love to play on those if it didn't mean you get banned in 3 seconds.
Yeah, he said that
it's too serious.
Yeah, he told me, he's like, the shit that you were doing in that other server, I've almost ate this whole loaf of fucking bread. God damn it.
Christ.
He's like, that shit you were pulling in that server, they would find out a lot quicker. Like they actively tamp out people that are fucking with the rules really, really quick.
Why? That's like the best part.
I don't know. They're like
they're
fun governors. Yeah.
Yeah. It's unfortunate.
Yeah. When nerds get rules and power.
Yeah. I get to a certain degree in like serious RP servers. You want to keep the RP and stuff, but like I'm so tired of like shit like that, or like, listen, this has nothing to do with my current sponsorship I'm running on my Twitch stream, but like middlemen and stuff, how you can't like on every big sponsorship, you're supposed to just act a certain way. I mean, even with like Forward Fables now, it's like if you could just have fun with it, I feel like it'd be so much better for the viewer and for you, and would get in the end more conversions. Like, I feel like they haven't got onto that yet, where it's like, no, I'm not saying like go fucking crazy and like bring up like insane opinions and shit during an ad read. Like still keep it in the realm, but like just having to be like, okay, so this has 5 million downloads and blah 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 blah. Like I don't know. There's just got to be a better way to do it where it's like way more engaging for the audience and actually would help the company too. Fuck, my eyes are so dry right now. I can barely see.
Jesus Christ, dude.
By the way, you can get away with more if you have a rapport with these people.
Yeah, that's
because I definitely have I have instances with certain people where I would do an ad and it would do well, and then the next time they're like, we want you to focus on this, and like they'll send it back with critiques, and I'm like, I guarantee you, compare how well this worked versus the first one. This thing's gonna fucking suck because you guys went in there like Edward Scissorhands and cut up my goddamn ad and fucked it all up and took the good out of it. And I think people would rather sit through a 2-minute ad that's funny than a 90-second ad that hits all the bases that they want.
Yeah. And that's one of the reasons I like Voodoo Ranger too, is like my announcement video for it was like, I need a sponsor. Like I have a drinking problem. Also, the only note they were like, you can't say you're an alcoholic, and you can't directly say you're gonna kill yourself. Like they still let me show the fucking gun in the video. And like have it on the desk, like, and like my announcement, like I need a sponsor. I have a drinking problem. All this stuff. I just couldn't say the word alcoholic, and they're like, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Like all these other sponsorship offers, they're just so tiring. Like I hate
you ever
talking to the
make
people,
like a pre-roll ad,
and they talk to you like they're a goddamn
not
robot.
Alex, by the way, not Alex.
No, I'm not saying that.
This is not
that's
Voodoo
why
Ranger. That guy's a goddamn. He's a G.
That guy's actually genuinely like really cool and nice. He's a guy I'd like to go to a fucking bar with and get a drink.
That's
like
what happened.
I know. That's exactly what happened. But
that's the kind of guy I'd like to meet with in San Diego and maybe ride on scooters with me.
And just
I'd go to Jack in the Box with that guy.
Jack in the Box. Yeah.
I would spend $120 on Jack in the Box DoorDash
and pretend to be in a fake car. Yeah, that'd be cool.
I'm sad I'm not in that picture because I was the one that initiated it, and then I was like, you guys,
you're the one who said it.
And then I took the picture, and I'm not even in it.
We should have gotten one of the people in the cars behind us to get up and take the photo and carjack them. And be like, we're here to order food. We're in a car.
We've got a car.
We just saw you carjack that guy.
That was so funny too, that guy, we were like, can you order for us and we'll pay for your meal? And he's like, guys, I got a delivery. And then he's like, I can't. I've got DoorDash. And then he's the guy that delivered our food like 20 minutes later.
Was he? I didn't
know that.
I didn't realize that loop. I was just up on the roof.
And the food arrived. Whoever I went down with, he was like, oh, it's you guys. Like, so it was the guy in the minivan that we asked him to buy our food. Ended up dropping off the food. Was like, sorry about that. Like, sorry I couldn't let you in. But, cool guy.
Hey, well, he knows now we're committed for our food.
Yeah, he's like, God damn, you guys really fought tooth and nail for the. We're starving. There's no food available in this whole city. How was that?
It's 4 a.m. Yeah.
4 a.m. The only options are Jack and that's like goddamn here after like 10 o'clock. It's like you can have parties.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or you can have Arby's. I'm like, I don't want either of those.
He's like,
you gotta focus.
Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah, man.
You're out of touch.
Is it not gonna focus?
God, what is going on with my eyes? I'm really scared. I'm like on my last pair of contacts. I need to order new ones. I had like a pretty good rapport with my eye doctor. And last time I was there, she's like, do you want to consider LASIK? Like I can set you up with a consultation with the people. And I was like, yeah, I'll think about it. I'm really bad. I don't know why. It's like some anxiety thing, like replying to messages. I have 600 unread messages on my phone. I just checked, and like 5,000 emails.
I thought that was just me. I'll get
clean slate.
I'll get a text message and I'll see who it's from, and then I'll just like put the phone away and walk away from it. It freaks me out.
I'm really bad with that. Even like on Hinge and stuff, it'll be like a babe I super liked, and I'm like, oh fuck! Like now I actually have to do the. Anyway, my eye doctor starts texting me the next day and is like, okay, are you ready to like set it up? And then the LASIK people are texting me, and I just ignored all of them. And they called me a couple times, and I just ignored them. And now I'm like, I feel like it's really awkward when I just go back. I'm like, I need contacts, and she's like, no, what happened? Like 7 months ago. I'm honestly like been stretching these out way too long.
Months they've been calling
I don't want to go back there, but I've got like good rapport, and I don't know.
It's
I like
fucking
it
up
there.
your eyeballs.
I've been wearing these way too long, but I've
You're gonna
only
go
got one
fucking
more
blind.
pair, so I'm
Out of
scared.
spite.
But that's I do want LASIK too. That's the thing. But I just felt like
Doesn't that
if
shit
I
scare
wanted-
you? What's
they
the
shouldn't, like,
failure
pressure
rate
me.
on it?
They shouldn't be like, "Hey, come on, come get it, come
Get a
get it."
shitload
Like,
of money from insurance. Of course they're pressuring you.
I felt like they
Yeah,
just
sure.
want
They have everything to gain.
Insurance doesn't pay for much of it at all. It's like out of pocket, so they still get a shit ton of money. But I'd be paying like $4,000, which is also why it's like I just can't get it right now. But my mom and brother both got it, and they're at the point where like they think they need to re-get it, which the whole idea of that
That's
sucks.
the point.
How long
I've
does
heard
that
it, yeah,
take? What's
fucks
the-
up
They
after.
probably got it like 10 years ago.
Oh, a decade
Yeah,
of no glasses.
that's what I've heard. Like after
Yeah, no,
10
that's what
years, your eyes get all wonky, and you got to do
Well,
it
Do I
again.
but
look
you get
better
it
with or
cheaper.
without?
Your eyes look fucking
I have
scary.
like the tiniest eyes, dude.
Yeah, they're.
I think you look better
Put
with.
them back
Yeah,
on.
yeah,
I
Put
think,
them
you,
back
I
on.
think unfortunately,
Yeah.
You need the distraction.
Well, first off, now I look like fucking Groucho if I put my glasses on. Because I got the mustache and the fucking nose. But goddamn, like I normally think I look good in glasses, but I'm so nearsighted. They do the reverse Danny DeVito effect,
Your eyes
where my
get so
eyes
small.
are like this big.
Yeah.
They get
They're
so
piddles.
beady.
Yeah.
And that's like I just would love, like, if I got LASIK, I could go camping, and if I heard a noise in the night, I could just be like, I am
could
now
look.
I can see.
Oh.
You know, like if something had, like any emergency. Otherwise, I have to like
Do you remember me like? Oh, have I told you guys I don't really have like nightmares or anything? Dream a whole lot. I had
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
my first legit nightmare where I woke up startled, and it was a flashback to the hiking trip. And it was there was a moment
Christ.
where like in the middle of the night I got up to pee.
Oh
and-
wait, were you shining the light out there and like looking out?
No,
Was it when
yeah,
we were in
it
the
was
snowy
just,
area?
Yeah, it was just pitch black, but you could still see because of the snow. So it was just like it was just like black and white. Those were the only two colors. And I was out there peeing, and when I got finished, I zipped up my pants. I turned around, and like I could see the tent. And I just realized how quiet it was. It was
yeah.
That was a nightmare.
no, it was like a sensory deprivation thing. There wasn't a
Yeah.
sound because we're in that
Yeah.
valley, and there was no
Not even a
wind.
mouse.
It was fresh.
Wasn't
snow.
there like a cougar or something near us? Or
Yeah, you know,
And I saw yellow eyes looking at
Yeah.
me from the bushes.
Am I making that up? Wasn't there like a creature out there or something? We heard
a
something.
little chupacabra or
and probably
something.
chupacabras.
It's probably just snow falling off a branch, and we were fucking high as shit.
Oh my god!
I don't think I'm gonna do well, not that we ever did, but I don't think I'm gonna do psychedelics again. If you guys are like that again,
Really? I would
take
go on that
dude.
same journey a second
I
time.
would, yeah, it was a great
I
time.
had
It
a
was a
great
blast.
time, but there was like 8 moments where I'm like, I'm like, I can't
Moments.
breathe, or I think I pissed in my sleeping bag, or I'm gonna die up on this mountain.
In the very beginning, there was a moment where I was like, I was either laughing or I was focusing on breathing, and I thought I was gonna laugh until I died. I was like, it was at the very beginning where I was like,
Yeah.
I can't breathe in between these laughs.
Mine
I
was
can't.
super tame. I think the worst I got it. I kept thinking I was shitting my pants every time I farted.
Yeah.
That was
No, I
about it.
kept looking
farted
at poop, and it was just like he was just
freaking
it was
me out.
hilarious.
Like a little caricature.
Because I was like laying on the dirt, looking up, like I was like, I'm a worm, and I was like looking up, and he was up on like an elevation, kind of next to me, and
Looking
he
at
was
you.
just looking out at the fucking scenery, and then every once in a while he would like look down at me, and like just the fact that you were looking down at me wearing a cowboy hat cracked me up.
Oh yeah.
If I locked eyes with you, it was just game over.
Dude, that shit hits so wildly fast. Dude, it's normally like an hour,
Yeah.
like 45 minutes. It's like 10 minutes.
He
We're
had
like,
fucking empty stomachs. That's why, like, my stomach was so
and everybody
empty.
was smoking beforehand
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Made it worse.
I don't want that again.
I
Wait,
would,
so-
I
but
would
the
do
night-
that shit a second time for sure.
Yeah,
I mean, I
yeah,
probably
it was
could be
pretty
very
funny.
easily convinced. Here, eat this.
Yeah, fine.
I did not want to do it like before TwitchCon or something though. Like Bizzle's.
Oh,
I'm like,
geez,
like,
yeah.
like what am I gonna do? What if I talk to someone?
Yeah.
In there? What if I have to
Yeah,
do
no.
something? Imagine if we took it before the game show. You were already like fucked up.
You wouldn't have been able to talk.
I was already kind of a.
We probably.
I was talking with Peanut about that. I was like, you cut out some of the funniest parts. He's like, I couldn't get ads on that fucking video to save my life. Because there was a moment where I just went to go piss, and I just put the lav mic down in the bowl, and was just like it was the loudest
gross.
shit. It was peaking the mic so hard. I could hear them like, holy shit, turn that down. His piss noise was too loud.
We probably genuinely would have smashed one of Wubby's cats if I saw one of those freak cats near me.
Oh
I was tripping that little fucking gremlin one or the hairless one.
The hairless thing.
Stomped it out. Yeah. Was it like Kirby Enthusiasm where they all scream at that one dog thinking it's a rat and he stomps it out?
I haven't seen that. That's
oh, it's so good.
Dude.
But wait, so the nightmare though, you didn't fully explain. Was it just that you were just back?
No, yeah, it's so I've explained this to Bizzle.
Quiet.
I have like a fucking weak mind or something, but my dreams are never like, I don't have like people in them or anything. It's always like a weird like mood or like a just like a scenery.
Colors.
Yeah,
no, that's like kind of what I was like with
like
aphantasia. Some people have it where
that's
like
nuts.
Yeah, they don't dream in a lot of like picture or anything.
Yeah.
You know what?
You know what
I noticed when I
like if I have a nightmare, have you ever seen a suspense movie where they just show something and like the music sets in like the
It's like,
and you know like something's about that, you're on edge.
yeah.
The feeling of
Those
dread.
are my
That's
nightmares.
night terrors.
Yeah.
Or like my when I'm sleep paralysis, it's like that more that or it's like, oh my god, I can't move. This is fine. And then I get this like overwhelming sense of dread. It's like I know my mind is about to freak me out as bad as it can.
Yeah.
Because I already have like really bad intrusive thoughts of like, what's the scariest thing that could happen right now? I think I could write a really good horror movie because I'm constantly like thinking of this when I'm high home alone. I'm like, what is the worst thing in the world that could happen right now? What's the scariest thing that
showing
could
up in my window
same
dancing?
thought process, and I've never ran to my TV and turned on Adventure Time faster in my life.
Dude, and then it takes your brain out of it.
I've
Dude.
never watched Adventure Time except for one episode, and I remembered
That's the most calming show in the world.
I was like, it was a decade ago. I was like, that is just good vibes, and I just turned that shit on real quick. I was like,
You just look
calm
for it.
down, calm.
I'll buy whatever membership I need to put that shit on.
Yeah, I put that on quick.
no.
And Ed Nettie, those are my two, dude. I've been watching
The only
Ed Nettie a lot.
difference I have whenever I have like a stomach ache or I'm sick, I'll dream about being on a game show, like a Jeopardy type. I don't know why.
So you would
it's
have
always
hated
or like
game
Price
show,
is Right.
Game show.
Yeah.
Like it's always when I have a stomach ache. I don't know what the fuck that's about.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's all, and I'll wake up with like diarrhea or something. It's fucking weird.
You would have like
That's
been
what I know.
subliminally. If you were on that game show, you would have shit your pants.
I would have shit myself.
Yeah.
I would have shit. I would have ran to the bathroom. I don't know why.
We need to make a game show.
Dude, honestly, wait, we have such a free pass. Holy shit. Such a free pass to steal any of their ideas after he took my NASCAR jacket.
The jacket.
We could do any one of their fun stream events and just say like,
ours,
this is ours.
It's called
What
not
the
game
fuck are
show,
they
game
gonna
show.
build?
Yeah, they can't do
What
it.
can they say about it?
It was just steal their titling and everything and just like write our own
Yeah,
stuff.
we should do that thing where we all jerk off in a tent near each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that
And
one.
then when we
Fucking
get out,
game
we go
show.
like, oh, it was supposed to be one at a time?
I was
didn't
able to
watch
jerk
this.
off very quickly with all
I
of
didn't
us
watch
in
the whole
there.
thing.
It took us like 30 seconds and we...
Yeah.
Done. Yeah.
Wubby, you did it wrong. We all just went in there at the same time. We cut the time down. The stream was like 45 seconds, minute
The
and a half,
Mexican
maybe.
standoff of jerking, and we got out pretty
Yeah,
quick.
there was very little. This was not like a Sergio Leone film or whatever. This is there was no standoff. We immediately got to work.
I actually got fed up with him, so I started helping him out because it was taking too long. I had
I
somewhere to go.
finished my work early, so I shared.
Man,
Yeah, we should steal something from them. One of their cats, one of their ideas,
one of their editors or something.
one of their editors.
Yeah, they're
All right, Carlos, you're coming with us.
Yeah, I feel like Carlos doesn't travel as much as Peanut.
I know.
Peanut's,
I feel like,
how dedicated is
yeah.
Peanut to his work? He's always around. He's always doing
but I feel
stuff.
like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know enough about each of their individual. I feel like I just see Peanut more, but I'm not going to use that as like
He's
to
more
presume
social.
that Carlos is
butterfly.
like. Yeah, Carlos might just be less social, but I wouldn't call him less of a hard worker. I just don't know.
No, I think Carlos really puts
He's
his
lazy.
Carlos is the guy that burns the midnight oil.
Yeah, he does.
Peanut, on the other hand,
anything.
he sits back and relies on his looks
Yeah, he's ravishing.
and his
really.
and his cute figure. His little.
He's
He's so
charismatic.
cute. You just want to put him in your pocket. He's a little
Well,
guy.
I wouldn't
Walk
say
away.
that to him though, because he's got a bad anger problem.
Yeah, he does.
He's like a chihuahua. He gets super
He
pissed
starts
off.
biting your ankles
Yeah,
if you
don't say that.
talk shit about him.
Pretty nice, yeah.
I had a really good time with them in DC. I felt bad Carlos wasn't there, but yeah, Peanut knows how to. He can get down too. He hit the Luddy, which is a dance move from
What's the Luddy?
Ludwig
from
made
it's
it.
Ludwig's dance
Oh,
move.
okay.
It looks pretty dumb, but it's funny. He did that a lot. And he also saw him hit the
A
gritty
lot, like
a couple
too many.
times. Yeah, too many times he did it. It got old. Really started to piss me off.
What is the Luddy? I know that
I'm
Ludwig made
looking
it.
up a video
I
of him
saw the
doing it.
video and I saw it was like 12 minutes for him to describe a dance he made, and I said, "Nah, I'm good."
I mean, I'm not going to demonstrate, but it's like this series. I guess I am now demonstrating of like waving your hand and twisting your hips,
Oh, okay.
from what I understand.
Oh, is it this though? He posted on Twitter where he like this thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not. I don't think Lud would
that a
make that up.
Fortnite
I'm
dance?
pretty sure that I've seen a lot of people doing that. That is.
Yeah.
No,
I
that's
don't
just
know.
a
Luddy.
dance.
No, it's
that,
because people are doing it because he made it. It's the Luddy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He created it.
I'm going to make the Poobie and it's Gangnam style exactly.
Him and some
For
school
me.
friends
Karina.
when he was
He's
young,
already
dude.
for the
Probably forgotten about
Hey,
about
not
those,
the Poobie.
yeah.
The poopy. Yeah, the fucking poopy.
The Poobie. Yeah.
Remake the
What
whole
the
song.
hell is that? People are going to go crazy. Yeah.
You gotta make a whole music video
Hit the
for it and
boobie.
everything. Guys, I just made a
Music.
dance.
I just came
What?
out with this.
That's
Is
already.
OC.
I just doubled down that I've never heard of the Macarena.
It was me and some friends
coincidence,
10
yeah.
years ago.
That's
I
totally
Either that or you
coincidence.
steal some shit from like the 1920s, like some Gatsby
I don't
era.
want to be a chicken. I want to be a duck.
Yeah.
What's the like the Charleston or whatever where you like kick
Oh
your
yeah,
heels up?
yeah.
That's too known though.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's
fuck.
It's got to be something.
do the little Scooby Doo dance. Or not Scooby Doo dance, the Charlie Brown dance that he does.
Oh,
You
well,
can probably
that's-
Oh,
steal
with
that.
the fingers
That's
behind
awesome.
the back?
Yeah,
that
do
one's
one of
great.
those.
Yeah. Oh shit. I'm so excited for Christmas season, and I went in the group chat we have, and I said, guys, we should make a playlist on Spotify about Christmas music. Dead silence. Nobody replied to it.
I actually like that idea. Though.
I was so
I've got like
fucking
3
sad.
songs.
Yeah. Well, because like
Got 3
every
Christmas
Christmas
songs.
list, like playlist, there's like 1 out of every 5 songs are good. And then
Yeah.
they just have like the dog shit ones that you
Yeah.
have to have on there. But those are the ones that we would peel out.
If you make that playlist,
Peel out.
I will genuinely add 3 songs. You got me for 3.
I'm gonna put in the Charlie Brown song
3 big
and
ones.
That's a
Monster
great
Mash.
one.
Oh,
Wait,
fuck,
the
that's
one that's
Halloween.
like-
Okay, I got
That's
one.
how, yeah, what are you fucking
Christmas time,
Fucking idiot.
that song.
No,
Dude,
it's
that fucking-
it's
I
the
hate that song.
Doon, 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 doon,
Oh,
doon,
that
doon.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bop.
But what about the one
Yeah.
that's like Christmas time is here, and it's all the little kids singing? That song is
Yeah.
like audibly
I get-
liminal to me. Like I like it, but it's just very like it kind of feels.
It's cultish, dude. It's
Yeah, it
scary.
feels a little weird.
I
You know what? You would know it if you heard it.
I don't know that song.
You definitely have. You definitely. There's 100%
Everyone in the
chance
world's
you've heard
heard
it
that.
before.
I know
Yeah,
the Peanut
it's
song,
like soccer.
and I know Silent Night.
You've never heard Christmas time.
Well, yeah, Brian, we have to
is
harmonize
here.
like in the song.
Yeah, all right.
I know that's
Sing
the
it at
only
the
thing
same
I know.
time. I'll
too.
close my eyes.
Okay, let's go.
Is here Christmas
You're not doing it.
time is here.
It's not. I'm listening to it.
What?
Listen to it and tell me it's not a little spooky.
It's
Wait, you're listening to a preview or the actual song?
no. You got to be careful because when I looked up Christmas time is here, I got some bullshit.
I linked the right
it's
one.
little kids.
Yeah,
it's like
this
little
is
kids.
creepy. I don't like this.
But it's kind of creepy in a way that it's like
Open in Spotify.
you would
let me
listen
hear
to
this.
it like kind of while walking down a street alone with snow slowly falling, and it wouldn't be creepy. It'd just be it's a little sad.
Yeah.
I'd say it's more sad than
It's a
it kinda
melancholy Christmas song.
when I listen to it, I'm like, it's kind of like listening to like Blue and Green by Miles Davis or something. It's like, I feel like so insignificant.
You know what is weird?
That's what I want during the Christmas season. That's what I want to feel. I want to feel like an insignificant speck.
My go-to Christmas song, it's not even a Christmas song. It's Take 5 by Dave Brubeck. That song is such a Christmas vibe for me for no reason. I just feel like sipping some
Take 5.
Some hot cocoa next to the fire. Listen to that song.
How does this song go?
I like this.
Yeah.
These cats are swinging.
5
Yeah, dude.
by
I'll add this
Dave
into my
Brubeck
love
fucking
quartets.
rules. All right, if you guys are
Brubeck.
that ARAM playlist that me and Bizzle have, it's got some Dave Brubeck in it. All right, it's scattered around. He's got some bops.
Oh, this song.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've listened to a lot of
this.
Donald Byrd lately. I wonder if I have to see if any of those feel Christmassy. There's kind of a banger song from the Grinch movie that came out a couple of years ago.
Oh, the animated one, the 2018 one?
Yeah, it's a Tyler the Creator song for it, but it's like
I was gonna put that song in the playlist. That's a great song.
The Grinch.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna listen to this for the rest of the fucking podcast.
That was one of my 3 songs.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so there's some
fuck it,
overlap
Drew.
here.
You can't use
By
that.
the way, if you guys are watching, if you haven't watched the Benedict Cumberbatch Grinch movie animated one, that's a good Christmas movie.
How new is it?
I think 2018, maybe a little bit later, 2019.
All right, I might as well just. Well, you knew the 1. Then Christmas Time Is Here is my 2. Might as well just. This was my 3rd. It's the only other Christmas song. And then I can now start investigating more like jazz
Christmas
and quartet
rapping.
stuff.
Oh yeah,
Is it
this
like
song
rapping?
bops.
That's like more in the mood of just Christmas.
There's like 10 Christmas rappings.
Oh, this is the kind of song you can do the Luddy to.
Let me hear this one.
The horns on it are incredible.
Yeah, that song
they go
rules.
too hard for the song itself. Like the rest of the song is just this girl kind of like fast talking
Yeah.
about Christmas.
It sounds like something
still
like
like it.
ABBA would make late in their career. It's like late ABBA. What the fuck
hear
is?
this.
By the way, since we're on the topic of music, I've been trying to like make this song.
Oh, I remember this song. I've definitely heard this.
for the D&D show,
Uh-huh.
and I've been sitting there crafting away on this song. Last night, I was on a absolute tear.
I need to know. I need to
was
know,
on
dude.
a
This
tear
guy,
where I
he made
had
a 7-minute odyssey.
7
Whoa.
minute. It was a
Dude,
7-minute
whoa.
song, dude. This shit was some like King
hell?
Crimson level shit.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it was
Yeah.
like prog rock. Yeah.
Prog rock. Everyone loves prog rock. Yeah. Everyone loves
He was talking this shit up so
prog rock.
much.
It was great. It had like movements to it. It was like the Bohemian Rhapsody of D&D background music, and it went so hard. And then I was on track 3, adding my 3rd instrument. And
Yeah.
the fucking and Brian goes like, "Hey, use this like plugin or whatever. It's called like Sound Gooderizer." I put it on and it crashed my FL Studio, and I was so goddamn high. I
What was
hadn't
that?
saved it in like an hour and a half.
It was like, dude, it was.
I sat there and I talked
It's
about
the
killing
greatest
myself
loss
for
of
like
art
40
since the-
minutes.
Since the
It was
burning
like
of the
it's worse than the
library in
burning of Alexandria, dude. It was like
Oh my
so
God.
much great
I'm gonna have
work
to
was
make a
lost.
tribute song like fucking Tenacious D.
This
I
is
love the
just a
song that fucking is God.
Yeah, I was pretty pissed.
That-
Dude, he started singing about killing himself afterwards.
That's so sad. You should make a tribute type song for it. That'd be hilarious.
Because I
Yeah.
can't quite get down like the melody that I had.
What if it just sounded like
He didn't have a
total dog
project.
shit when
Dude, I've done that.
Yeah,
I
we
was
don't
telling him
know.
that too. Like, this is what happens. I end up smoking way too much. And I just get on the piano roll and I just go, hit go. I'll wing it. And I just, I act like I'm fucking playing the piano for take 5. And I'm just, and I'm going to town on it. And then the next morning, I'll go and listen to it. And I'll be like, this was dog shit. What the, like, I thought I was jamming out for like 12 minutes straight.
What?
So it was
It's
probably
more fun.
garbage, but
It's more fun, but it's you usually get a more dog shit result.
Dude.
I feel like when you smoke.
yeah.
There's-
It's like
That's why
what I
that's
do.
why
I used
you
to-
do the groundwork, the foundations while
Yeah.
high, and then you really tighten up, and do the finish work the next
I would
morning.
go for walks. I'd go for walks with Mia, and I would smoke up. Then I remember I was working on a song I thought was a banger, and I was like, I need to walk. I need to smoke and think about this. I go out and walk with her, I do the classic routine, do the rock, get really high, get on the swings. She doesn't want to swing because it's too cold. I said, well, bitch, you're going to sit there.
You're going to sit there with a pouty face.
She sat there on her phone while I was swinging on a fucking child's playground swing set. And I was
You're
thinking
those
about
people,
life,
by the way, that they call the cops for like the creepy guy swinging at the child's playground.
It was like 1 a.m.
Yeah.
It's 1 a.m. and I'm fucking...
You're that bogan guy that's like, give us your piss. Piss in the ball. What the fuck are you doing on a playground?
Looking in the sky. I made a wish on a departing flight. You know, wishing for the success of the D&D show.
Much easier than a shooting star.
I made a wish upon a departing flight. And a departing flight, leaving Pearson International. Yeah,
Bizzle makes wishes come true like that.
Yeah, I know.
You got a song idea. You're like, don't you wish that airplanes in the night sky were shooting stars?
Oh,
that'd be a really good chorus.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that was me, man. I made it a shooting star.
Yeah.
And then I got home high as shit, and I went, all right, let's see what I got to work with. I listened to it. It was probably the worst fucking song. It was the worst fucking thing of my whole life. I deleted it instantly. I was like, this is dog shit. It was gone.
Dude,
so yeah, you cannot.
That happened to me this morning.
Because tortured artists making these songs.
Yeah.
I tried to like recreate while the memory was there that thing that basically fell apart last night. And I haphazardly put it together, and then I went to bed. And this morning I got in here and I was like, "What the fuck?" Like you tunnel vision so hard on this song, and then you're bobbing your head to something that is just dog shit, and you don't realize it.
I know.
It's like Stockholm syndrome. You're like,
you hold hostage by the beat, by the worst goddamn beat I've ever made.
Obviously, like, none of us are musicians, and Bizzle's like, anything you guys make are great, and each one of us like would go on fucking Fruity Loops and we're like, it's not good enough, like, it's garbage.
No, I've given him something where I heard him listen to it and he was like, oh, cool.
That's how you know it's really bad.
When he listens to it, it's just like,
you can hear it like peeking his
earphones, and there's some blood going down his fucking down his neck.
Great, I'll find somewhere. I'll find a place to use it.
It just got cut out of that last episode. It'll be in the next one, I promise.
Yeah.
It's my flashback episode. You have to use whatever songs I come up with.
All of it.
We need to start adding vocals. Yeah. I was going to add vocals.
I'm too nervous. I want to add vocals. I haven't been on Fruity Loops though in like 2 months. Like I made like 8 beats I liked, and then I was like, this isn't for me. I can't finish the song.
Brian caught me intoxicated, and he goes, hey, you need to buy Fruity Loops. I bought that shit. I have like a legit copy now.
Same. Yeah.
Not that I stole it or anything beforehand, but you know how many there's more copies of goddamn stolen Fruity Loops out there than actual purchased Fruity Loops. Yeah.
Then balls of Fruity Loops being eaten by children.
Yes. The greatest.
Fruity Loops are dying. Loops. So I love that cereal, and I think we should get it back on top. And Apple Jacks.
Still on top
Apple
right here.
Jacks, dude. Apple Jacks is pretty high tier.
Cinnamon.
Hey,
well,
remember
Cinnamon
when I
got
said
canceled.
we need to sit down and like have like ideas for an episode? That would be an episode so bad, but would create like heated arguments. Is a tier list of we sit down and do a tier list of cereal. But
honestly,
Apple Jacks is going to be S tier.
It would have to be a live. It would have to be a live tier. Like you have to do testing live.
Yeah, you would, because a lot of them would be like just memories of a dream of a cereal.
Like I loved Captain Crunch, but I realistically haven't had it in like years.
One. In my memory, it's pretty good.
Gorilla Munch, decent.
Okay, hold on. I don't know if I'm
Cocoa Chimp or whatever is pretty good too, or whatever the fuck it is.
I don't know if I'm crazy or anything, but I used to love Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And then in like the early 2000s, they had the great formula shift. General Mills started doing whole wheat on everything, and their formula changed, and it started tasting like cardboard. It was very hard. It wasn't good. You couldn't see the taste. That was the whole appeal. It's a taste you can see. I recently had a box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and they've improved the formula.
Okay, you lost me for a minute, because I also just had a bowl the other day.
Yeah.
Incredible. And the milk afterwards. Decadent.
If they could just bottle up that milk,
I think they do. I think they sell.
They do. There are some fucking hipster stores that sell like cereal milk.
It was like Cinnamon Toast Crunch
milk,
hot chocolate. Like, and it was just that shit in it and not like hot chocolate. I'm like, it's not really hot chocolate. It's just like warm Cinnamon Toast Crunch milk.
Yeah.
Sounds good, probably.
It sounds great.
It's overpriced.
But I can't help but
it's-
feeling like I'm drinking after someone's leftovers. Like,
Well, that's the only way to make
Yeah,
it.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
That's
They
the only
just
way to
scoop it
brew it.
in
You
the-
have to be eating and scooping and stirring by eating.
imagine
Yeah,
being
it's
that
part of the
poor
process.
bastard that doesn't get the best part of their cereal.
I know. Yeah.
It's like right when you finish your Cinnamon Toast Crunch, you
Yeah,
go
I'm
to drink
so broke.
it.
I gotta sell my milk.
not-
I gotta
it's
sell
not
my
as
cereal milk.
I just gotta
make a
sell my
living.
plasma and my fucking Cinnamon
Yeah.
Toast Crunch
Yeah.
milk for goddamn rent money.
That is like the bottom
just a
tier
lick.
of broke.
No, you know we need the money for Christmas.
Yeah.
Come on, just a sip. Pip.
Pip, just make your camera shake. That's how fat he is. You're
No,
like,
man.
jumping
need
off
my-
the couch.
Choke everything.
Well, no, I need it, and then I heard something fall, and I have so many goddamn knickknacks on my desk. I can't clock what it was, but it sounded loud.
Dude, you got like,
There's so much
yeah,
shit.
you have like
Overstocked.
pictures framed and hung on the wall like 6 inches off the ground. Like your
It looks
walls
like
are
Mr.
packed.
Krabs' fucking wall,
Oh,
like where it's
thank you.
full of paintings.
I love maximalism.
Yeah.
I love Mr. Krabs, so I'll take both
Dude,
of those.
his house when they go to paint that shit, that's his house looks cool. So he's got a real
It's unfortunate they're painting it white.
yeah.
Real renovation vibes. Real,
Yeah.
like dumb bitch renovation. Oh, dude, I don't want to get into calling my aunts dumb bitches, but my mom and I, more similar
their guts.
than I guess a lot of the family. Like for like certain types of art and like mid-century furniture and stuff, and like teak and all that, and like Pendleton.
I wish I had a TC Tugger.
And my goddamn aunt is she's like cool aunt, but she's like very much like just make it all granite and white tile and like like the new look.
White
Steve's house
subway
in Minecraft.
tile, gray
Yeah.
plank flooring.
Yeah.
that
fucking
gray wood makes me want to
on
scream.
just like shitty
That's what we
backsplash.
did.
And
That we did that for to sell. You do that,
no,
and you
yeah,
sell
I'm
the
sure
house.
it
You don't
will.
live in
I'm
that
sure
shit.
it would
Yeah.
sell better. But like my grandma's house is like old as shit and had like really cool wood like cabinets in the kitchen and like original tile. And it's like, a cool old stove. My aunt for her birthday was like, I'm gonna renovate it for her, and my mom was like, no, don't. And then the other aunt, I live in a very matriarchal family. The other aunt,
The council of aunts.
was the winning vote for like, we should do this for her. Of course, my grandma loves it, but it looks like it's like old house, old house, old house. You go to the kitchen, it's like, what the fuck is this? It looks like
Year
it
3000.
looks like an HGTV dream home, like plucked out and thrown in there, and it just looks so out of place. And saying
Lord.
this isn't my place to talk about they did the exact same thing in that French cottage I was staying at when I was in France. I don't know if you guys heard about that. They're renovating the bathrooms one by one. This house is like 300 years old, and now they have one of the bathrooms is just blindingly white, like tile and fucking granite and stuff, with like a waterfall shower. And I'm like, I'm
Pretty
sure
soon
this
that'll
is,
be the whole house, though.
Yeah,
you
nice to sit in, but like, what the fuck are you doing to the heart of the home? Like, there's no. It's so you're taking out a little bit of the soul.
Have you ever seen like those people that like live in like Israel or like Baghdad, where they'll have old like sections of aqueduct that are in their living room because like there's been so many buildings that have been rebuilt and built and rebuilt and like tucked into places and stuff. And so people will just have like basically like 1,500-year-old like aqueduct segments in their house, and they'll just like build like decorate around it.
That's
Really
sweet.
badass. But imagine
That'd be
like
a great
some
studio apartment in New York.
imagine some like Western bitch moves in there and is like, I need to paint this white.
Yeah.
This needs to be. Let's paint over this
Slap a
brickwork.
fucking live, laugh, love.
It's
fucking.
like, I've got
Yeah,
exposed.
live, laugh,
or
love on a piece
Yeah.
of Roman aqueduct.
Yeah.
I've got some
It'd be beautiful.
exposed aqueduct here. I'm gonna paint teal and white. Yeah, what the hell? I know. I can't stand that shit. I don't know. I watched a lot of HGTV when I was a kid, and I almost got in.
You would cry.
Yeah. There's some
Hate
good
watching
renovations
it.
on there, some bad renovations.
So one of my favorite shows as a kid was that one where the, like neighbors switch houses and then they decorate for each other.
I don't know. If
What?
I
Because
That's awesome.
This shit's great because these people are not
they pick like families that are not compatible at all. Probably
well,
to drum it out.
They pick normal people that can't design like a room. Right, like I'm struggling to fucking just decorate my own goddamn house.
Hard.
Imagine
these frames are too glossy and too. They're not spaced well enough.
They give you like a list of shit you like, right? And then they always go fucking
halfway
full like dumbass with it.
Yeah, they ignore it. There was one that was my favorite, and they renovated this people's like living room.
It's like, this guy likes soccer. Let's make his whole house a soccer ball.
Yeah, like, I don't know my neighbor at all.
Like
I've seen him drive a car. This guy loves cars.
Never give him a race car bed. That's all he's getting.
Corvette coffee table in his living room.
He has a dog. Can we make the walls made out of dog fur? Is that a possibility? Can we do a layer of shag and dog over everything?
They painted this dude's living room like, first of all, high gloss on the walls, which cracked me up. High gloss, deep purple,
like a Polaroid or something.
Purple. Then they had like this shit cracked me up. Instead of an entertainment center, they suspended chains from the ceiling. And put like a plank of wood, and then put the TV on it. Like it's on a goddamn swing.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
And then people walk in, they have like a big like white fur couch and shit, and they're like, "What the fuck?" It looks like some Willy Wonka fucking Whoville living room. It was so ridiculously.
Have you done to my home?
They usually walk in and go like, "Oh, this is interesting." These people just walked in, were like, "What the fuck is going on? Is this a joke? Do you hate me? Did you find out I'm fucking your wife? Like, why would you do this to me?"
I've definitely talked about this before, but like not this aspect of it, but my bedroom. But like my mom is like, she's really good at like designing a space, and like, you know, she has like cottages and businesses and stuff, and like they're normally like, this is toot her own horn, like they're normally like very well decorated, like the buildings are really cool and stuff, and like she even talks about like she always wanted to be an artist, but she's not good at art, and she's not patient, she's not a good learner, like she's unteachable.
She's stupid,
she's a dumb bitch. No, she's just like not like, if she doesn't pick it up right away, she's like, oh fuck that, I'll do something else. And she like doesn't consider interior design like a thing. She's like, I won't even say that I'm good at it because I don't respect people that are interior designers. Like, you're just fixing up someone else's, like, I don't know, she's got some grudge against interior designers, so she won't like give herself props for it. She's really good at it, but she did the most abysmal, like kind of like fundamentally changing thing for my brain when I was a kid, when I got my new bedroom, when they were building the house, and I was like, blue's my favorite color, and she did like the meme of what people on like Extreme Home Makeover would do. Yeah. And every single my walls, my bedding, my bed frame, my cabinets, my only light in the ceiling was a neon blue light. Everything in my room was the same color of blue. And when I turn on my only light, it casts this blue glow over it. It felt like I was in a UFO or something. And it was the least.
A bottle of Powerade.
Like, you look at it's probably why my room is so warm colored now. It's because it felt like I was a frost giant or something. Yeah. Like, I lived in like a Nordic country in my bedroom, and the rest of the house, it's like, you know, big beautiful fireplace and like rugs and stuff. In my room, it's like, all right, go to your room, good night. And I go and be like, oh, like it's the first time I just sleep in my own bed. This bedroom, I'm like, what the, like, it's so creepy. I had to always be in the dark in there because the only fucking light was and I had this is so sad because at the time her rich boyfriend bought me like an original one of those like colored Macs, like the big fat back ones that were like see-through in the color. Same color blue. Yeah. Beautiful, whatever. Oh, have mercy. We don't have internet, so they just plug it into the wall. They're like, there you go, have fun. No one knows how to use a Mac in my house. No one teaches me. I got this Mac I don't know how to use. The only two games, they're not for kids. That's like Solitaire and this Ant Minesweeper game. And I used to just sit there. The only thing I ever did on this computer was sometimes I'd write sticky notes, and sometimes for like an autistically long amount of time, I'd open up this game because the logo, a little ant would pop up and go like, and I'd close it out before the game started and restart it just to listen to this little ant play this tune. It's like all I could do in my room. We lived out in the woods.
Pounded by Blue.
Yeah, just right.
Play it for me so I can forget my surroundings.
Green and
Close
blue.
your eyes for another world before he plays it. Yeah.
I was like, oh, I want to be there. Yeah, and I like.
I want to be in an anthill.
And I vented that problem. Like, what do I do on this? They're like, we can't get internet here. Yeah. So they just gave my computer away after a while. It was like my big birthday gift. It was the worst fucking thing. It took probably like 10 years for my birthday present, like in junior high, was like, we're going to give you a more adult room. And they painted 2 of the walls not blue. And they reverted my cabinets to just wood and not blue. And the light is still in the room. And now, this is just like middle child complaining. Now my little sibling is in that room. For like 4 or 5 years, I didn't have a mirror in my bathroom because they broke it. And then they had a mirror in a box in my hallway, like just tantalizing. Like it was just a mirror in a box in my bathroom without a mirror right there. And I'd always be like, can I use this? They're like, no, it's too nice for your bedroom. This is going to go in like a business or something. And I'm like, what? Can I use it until? No. Yeah. And now my little sister is like the most like her bedroom already, her entire childhood, the biggest room in the house. It's got like a loft. It's fucking gorgeous. It used to be like a home gym or something when the fucking rich guy built it. It's like her new room is my old room, but they've walled off the hallway and made it like a studio apartment. And they've repainted everything to be like a person lives there. And like furniture, like a human, not an alien, lives there. And every time I go there, I get so wildly jealous. And she has like this huge art desk with like 1,000 fucking colored pencils and stuff. It's like, and my brother, when he was my older brother, he had the entire basement with like an exit to the outside, a fridge, a sink. And every time I bring up, I'm like, why did you give me this creepy little blue room? And I'm like, I'm so jealous that each other sibling got like a TV show kid room. And they're always like, stop complaining. You got it good too. And I'm like, you're not addressing the problem of how weird that room was. And they're like, stop. Like, you guys all had good rooms. I'm like, my room is literally her room.
You said you like blue, didn't you?
But way worse. Like, it's something I'll complain about till I die to her. And I will never make any headway.
My mom on the other flip of that was I was like, hey, I like space. And so here's
a dirt room. It's far from
No, she painted planets all over the walls. Like did really good job with like glow in the dark.
Though, she don't
glow in the dark paint and everything. And so when I turned off the lights, I had planets and I had the stick up stars on the ceiling. And then my curtains were also like planet related fabric that she
Maybe I should have said planets.
It's all right, Poop. It's all right, Poop. I grew up poor, so my room was a purple room because that's what it was before. Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, it was that color before we were there, and I found out like as an adult that apparently the fucking person that used to live there, she would give massages and jerk people off, and that was the fucking room they would do it in, that purple ass room. So there's probably I've been sleeping on piles of cum. I don't
ghost cum. I mean,
just big cum, and I had nothing but shitty.
I had like a weird diaspora between like when I go to my mom's house and when I go to my dad's house. Because when I go to my mom's house, her house is beautiful, but they were still like in a shit ton of debt and kind of poor, to where it's like, this house is beautiful. What is there to eat? Like, you can make an onion sandwich or something. And then my dad was just like genuinely like, it was just us two. And we lived in a house that was like probably the size of 2 of the room I'm in right now. And that's another like point of jealousy, is that like this road on their house, like when I was a kid, when we lived there, it was just one room with a hole in the floor that went to the outside basically. And it was just like a shitty house. But I was a kid, I liked it enough. Like you just play with my Hot Wheel or whatever. And now my older brother lives there. They like bought it later, and like my mom has renovated it. And it's like actually like very cozy. Like they put an add-on to it. It's got a fenced in yard. and like not a hole in the floor, and it's multiple rooms. It's like super. I mean, I couldn't fit my shit there, but no, like my brother like really likes it, and my nephew and stuff. And I'm like, me and my dad lived here once, and it was a very different vibe than my brother and my nephew living there. And they're like the same age difference.
Room, dude.
They're like, it's like a very similar setup, but luckily for like, I'm glad they've got it. It's a lot more. It's like, this is a cozy home and not like we are in a shed with a hole and spider problem.
The house I grew up in was like, when my parents got divorced, it quickly fell into ruin because my mom was like not able
alcoholic.
No, this was before the alcoholic stuff. No, well, actually, no, it rolled. She rolled straight into the alcoholism while we were there. Actually, she
signed the papers and grabbed a beer.
The house quickly fell into ruin. Like, I'm talking roof leaks. We had like all sorts of fucking problems in there, and we ended up like we left it. Place got bought up by a family friend. And
they just fucking made it beautiful or something?
Gutted it. Absolutely tore it out. And I talked to him, and I don't think he realized that we used to live there. He was like, yeah, this place was a real shithole. I'm talking we yanked it out. Like, we just brought it down to the bare studs, and like, holy shit. Like, this was rough. He's like, I don't know how they lived in here. And they tore it out and built pimped it out. It's honestly, they added like a home theater and everything into like what used to be the carport. They closed it in and like raised the floor up so it was even with the rest of the house, and added like a home theater in there. And then he just gave it to his like son who was in college. And so his son just has like this badass house
version of your house.
And I know the neighbors are pissed because like before they had like our poor asses with this gross like dilapidated house, like the only house that was dilapidated in the entire neighborhood. The rest of the neighborhood was nice. And then it was our place. And now it's like the house is nice, but the people that live there are college kids, and they park their cars. They have like souped up like Supras and shit, and they park them like caddy corner at a 45 in the front yard facing the road. Like, check out my pimped out car. And they get them lined up in the front yard. And so they're like, the house is nice, but the people are even worse.
Can't get a fucking break in this goddamn place.
Yeah. That happened to me again a little bit after when we lived in like the little shed place. We lived in a house that was still like very small. And after my dad sold it like a year later, we were living in these apartments that were like really shitty. He's like, do you want to go drive by, like see what it looks like now? He's like, I haven't seen it. I'm like, oh yeah, that could be cool. Completely like they had done an addition to it. They had like fenced it all in. It just looked gorgeous. Yeah. I was like, I want to go back to there. Like, can we live there? He's like, oh, there's no way we could afford it now. Like they tripled the value of it. Are you dumb bitch? Like, look at it. But yeah, I remember that pain of like, what? Like you can do that to that house? Like if you just had money,
we could have had that.
Make it. Yeah. It sucks.
On the other end of it, my uncle sold his house and moved out into he was doing like homesteading where he had like a piece of property that he dug a little pond on and built a house and everything. But he had an attachment to the house that he left that was in town because he had lived there for 20 years and he had done a bunch of renovations to it. And like when I was with him, we would like pull up in front of the house and just pause there like we were doing a drive-by, and he would just shit on it so bad. He would just look at me like, oh look at this fucking shit. Look at it. Oh, they brought in rocks for the front yard. That's it. Plant a fucking bush. What are you gonna bring rocks in here? And then he would like shit on them for the house color, like fake shutters. They're useless. He would always just find something.
You need to have him around whenever you go. The guy didn't have blow up houses,
he died.
Dude.
He choked on cantaloupe and died. But
that's cantaloupe.
Cantaloupe.
That shit was not ripe enough because you should be able to.
You should be able to like
that. Yeah, the last thing he said was he said that exact thing. He's not ripe enough, and then he died.
Now the great debate that nobody has is: did he have a heart attack and then out of shock choke on his cantaloupe, or did he choke on his cantaloupe and as a result panicked and had a heart attack? And I'm thinking that like who the fuck has a heart attack and then goes and sucks in cantaloupe? I think he started choking on it and panicked and had a heart attack. But
yeah, if you have a heart attack, you go.
Yeah.
We need to get a time machine and fucking figure this shit out.
And he's like, And
I go, wait, what's happening first?
Yeah, I'm purely here to observe.
The butterfly effect. I can't.
Yeah, I can't.
You're gonna die. I'm sorry, but I just want to know how.
Seeing you shocks him into like, and he's fine, then you have to kill him.
Oh,
you have to put more cantaloupe in. Because the butterfly effect.
Yeah, it's really bad if I let you live, dude. I'm sorry.
What?
I'm just eating cantaloupe.
Yeah, you're the one, like, he committed suicide, but you guys just think that.
Yeah, in reality, he was assassinated by an unknown man. It was actually Sam
it was
from the future.
It's a whole crazy plot. Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
God rest his soul.
Yeah, but seriously, God rest him.
Yeah.
And I hope he's in heaven eating the most epic fruit bowls.
The ripest,
Right,
wettest
hold on.
cantaloupe.
This uncle, by the way, was a lot like Wilford Brimley, if you know that guy.
Okay.
That's the diabetes guy.
Diabetes?
Yeah.
And
I know who has diabetes.
Me and Abby stopped in this little town called Oric in Northern California. And
in Mordor.
And I think this guy was the only resident of Oric. And he was in this little like Bigfoot store that all they sold was Bigfoot figurines. And he was just behind the counter. And I tried talking to him and he would just do like one word replies. And I'd be like, oh, do you guys like ship stuff? Because he had this giant sign under his desk that said, we ship anywhere. And he goes, nope.
What the fuck?
And I'm like, because I had like a pretty sizable thing I wanted to ship home. And he's like, nuh-uh. Okay. I was like,
well, maybe you shouldn't ask such a dumb fucking question.
Well, I was clarifying.
Ship?
Yeah, no.
Maybe this is he's joking. He's being sarcastic.
No, this guy.
Yeah,
he did tell me he's like, I want to take that sign down. He was not the owner of the place. He was just the guy that was watching over.
Then
he
doesn't get to make calls like that. He needs to ship it.
Well, I didn't want him to like begrudgingly ship it and like break it before he puts it in the mailbox. Yeah. Because once again, this guy's the only dude there. He's probably the goddamn sheriff or whatever, too. Like, he's like the only guy.
The judge, jury, and executioner.
Now that I think about it, I didn't see a single fucking cop in Northern California at all.
He's probably a vigilante.
He might be. This guy wasn't moving anywhere fast. He was morbidly obese. He was huge.
Well,
he was Wilford Brimley once again. Super
Yeah.
like late in life Wilford Brimley. Super fat, big handlebar mustache that just went down into almost like mutton chops.
Wilford Brimley died.
Yeah, he did.
No shit. Yeah, if that guy, I'd be more surprised if you told me he was still alive.
Yeah, he had diabetes and he was old. So I mean,
well,
that's kind of a that's a tough double.
Dude, wait, did I tell you?
Yeah.
Cards are stacked against you, honestly.
Have I talked about that on here before about how I ran into one of my old sports coaches? I won't say which one. And I was working at my mom's cafe. And I was like, oh my God, how you doing? And back when we were in high school, like he was the coach and he'd drive the bus and he had really bad diabetes. And I remember him always talking about like, I can't see too good. I'm like, fuck, like this guy driving us places. And he'd always be like, oh, like my legs hurt and like, I can't see good. And I always really liked him. He was a teacher too. Like he was a really nice guy. And I was like, oh my God, like Mr. Blank, how you doing? And he's like, well, not good. They're gonna have to double amputate. They're gonna have to take my legs. And I was like, Jesus Christ! Like, this is heavy.
Yeah.
And then he just was like, I'm like, oh, can I get you anything to drink or like I have no idea what to say to that.
Yeah,
I was like,
if someone drops that shit on you, like
I'm like, I was like, oh my God, my old favorite teacher, how you doing, man? He's like,
I lost the leg.
I'm gonna lose both my legs.
If I was him, just fucking.
My legs got foreclosed.
By the way, if you're in the audience and you have diabetes and your legs are about to be amputated, or you have like terminal cancer, yeah, just put on a goddamn fake smile and say, "I'm doing great."
My legs are going to
we
get
have
longer.
to live on. All right. Yeah. Just
hey, you see these legs? Next time you see me, I'll still have them. I'm betting money on
4
it.
legs.
And they're going to be stronger than ever. Yeah.
I'm going to have robot legs next time.
You
It's
see
going to be
these
badass.
gray, sickly legs that have no blood circulating through them? These are the healthiest fucking legs.
on them.
Yeah.
You know, you've never seen my calves.
Zombie legs you see here.
You know, you've never seen my legs because I'm wearing those weird tight socks. Yeah. They're actually doing really well. They're good under there.
As you can tell from all the sores on them, yeah. There's lots of sore action going on here.
And then after that, he's like, "How are you?" I'm like, "Can't complain.
I got my legs."
Well, my back hurts a little from working all day.
I was gonna complain about my sister getting a better room than me, but I think
my room's blue.
I was, my room really blue. Yeah, I was gonna go into the.
Yeah, my legs are about to fall off. How are you doing? Oh, I'm not good, dude. I know exactly how you feel. My room's too blue.
My room's too blue. It's too fucking
blue.
Yeah.
The walls are blue.
You need to see this room. You don't understand.
It is the worst
developmental
thing
years were ruined by this.
And my brother got a big basement.
Yeah.
Doctors say they don't even have to amputate; they're just gonna wither off, like an umbilical cord. Like, well, yeah, I actually got a pretty bad tummy ache earlier. This is a slight off topic. Speaking of tier lists, add this to the mental note when we do them. I'd like to do a fruit tier list. Speaking of cantaloupe, so I feel like that, maybe not as, it wouldn't spark as much argument. I don't think it's cereal.
No, the problem with cereal is I think one of those like big YouTube guys has already done a tier list of cereal.
I haven't told you guys this idea because someone's going to take it because it's $1 million idea. But I want to start. I haven't posted a single video on TikTok, and I've got like the poop TikTok or whatever. But I think I'm going to make a new one and just never show my face or anything. Not that like it's not like if I did a poop TikTok, it's like I'd be flocked with viewers. But like just a completely. Well, wait, shit, I can't talk about it on the podcast because that totally eliminates it. Whatever. People can know it's me because you're going to hear my voice. But I just want to do fruit cup reviews from like different, because I've noticed, the quality of a fruit cup changes incredibly business to business.
Not only that, but day to day. You'll have a great fruit cup.
Yeah.
You'll have a great fruit cup. You come back the next day. What the fuck? What happened to that great fruit cup?
And it's like sometimes you're paying $6 for a fruit cup that's all filler.
Yeah.
And sometimes
how much?
I dude, the places around here, it'll be like plus $6-7 for a fruit cup.
Jesus.
This big, full of dog shit.
Yeah, grapes. Overripe grapes.
Whoa. Okay. Yeah, let's not get down on grapes too bad. If they're hard, oh my God.
Yeah, I love a good grape, but when they're just squishy, fuck off.
Nothing upsets me about a fruit cup more than just all the grapes are squishy. Okay, so let's go ahead and cancel those from the fucking fruit.
Yeah.
What I do love to see, I love to see a strong pineapple. I love to see good pineapple and ripe cantaloupe. Maybe kiwi is nice to see as a nice little palate cleanser every once in a while. But anyway,
what are those things that are kind of like cantaloupes with their great honeydew? Honeydew fucks up the whole fruit cup for me.
Honeydew is a filler fruit. Someone's going to be mad at us.
Everything tastes like honeydew once honeydew's in there.
So
honeydew.
Honeydew flavoring. I had probably the best. It was like a popsicle. Best popsicle I've ever had in my life. It was like not popsicle texture. It's more like ice cream texture where you like, and it's like creamy, but it was honeydew flavored. It was from like, some other country. And they had gotten like shipped to them, or it was at Costco or some shit. And it was so delectable. But a regular honeydew, it's like on its worst day, it tastes like fucking dog shit. On its best day, it tastes like
the worst
not as good as cantaloupe. Yeah. It tastes just like
still tastes like the worst
fifth
fruit.
Place in my fucking fruit cup. And they put so much of it in just to like.
Who the fuck grows honeydew? There has to be a better crop to put in there.
Honeydew? What country is that from?
I don't know. What's its country of origin?
Country that has honeydew.
That would be a good thing if I started making these, to also just learn like an insane amount of knowledge about each fruit and just drop like discovered in like originating. There are 8 subspecies.
You just like bite a grape and be like, ooh, they need more nitrogen in the fertilizer at this grape farm. Not good. Not good here.
I would have left this in the earth for another week.
Yeah.
Another week at least.
I'd go honeydew, otherwise known as cucumis
you gotta
mellow.
Thank Mother Nature after every cup.
When we were talking about like kids' bedrooms, I remember when I was in like middle school, there was a kid that was kind of like a loner type dude that was just really greasy and gross. And he
slowly zoom in on Sam's camera.
Basically me. No, he was a kid that even me in middle school was like, this guy's fucking weird. And this was during the era where like he would have just the hair that he had to look through. You know what I mean? Like it was always,
and then it was greasy.
How are you not going to be greasy and have acne if your fucking greasy hair is always touching your face?
This guy had a perfect shoot of hair that like it had no part anywhere. You would just look through like a veil of hair.
What he thought he was in an anime?
Yeah, it was insane. It was so straight too. It was like the most ridiculous hair I've ever seen. And he just very like you could look at him and just imagine what his room would be at home, and it wasn't good. And he was like, "Hey, I was with my friend Evan. Evan was more of a friend to him, and he was like, "Hey, we have I just got that game. It was Dead Rising." He was like, "You want to come to my house and play Dead Rising?" And we're like, "Sure, sweet." And so we walked over to his house, and I just made myself ready to see his room. I just thought it was going to be like a pile of dirt. Yeah. Just real shitty place with mattress on the floor or something. His room was like Hey Arnold's bedroom. It was the most ridiculous bedroom. And above his bed,
he started crying when he saw that.
No, I walked in, I was like, what the fuck? Like, this guy had a platform bed, super low, king size. Above it was what was that giant scroll, like the giant waves with Fiji in the background. You know what I'm talking about? The iconic fisherman with Fiji in the background. It's like the wave. That might be what it's called. It's like a huge
Fiji. The
I
Japanese.
think I know what you're talking about.
Fuji maybe. Fuji, is that the?
Are you talking about the wave like this?
Yeah. He had
that.
Called the
wave. I'm talking like Japanese one.
Japanese.
The Great Wave.
Yeah, the Great Wave. Yeah. He had that fucking thing tapestry, like just panoramic across his whole bedroom wall above his bed.
Fucking weeb.
And Mount Fuji.
Not Fiji. Sorry, Fuji.
Yeah.
And totally just pimped out room. I'm talking like it was maxed out. At the time, flat screens were like a new thing. This guy had like a wall-sized. By the way, his family was not rich. This screamed to me like this guy has to be a drug dealer or something like this. This is way too nice of a room for a fucking 13-year-old to have.
The walk up was horrible. It was like going to an abandoned haunted house or something, and then he got to his room.
I felt like asking him, like, is this your bedroom, or are
somebody dying?
Are you Eddie and your older brother? This is his bedroom. Yeah, he's away at college or something.
Dude, Hey Arnold had no right of having such a nice room. They lived in like a group home or some shit, and he just got the best.
He lived in like a shitty brownstone, and he had a fucking
he
had a remote,
he had like this gorgeous
opened up
house.
his skylight and everything. Fuck Hey Arnold.
It didn't make no fucking sense.
If I was in Hey Arnold, they would have put me in a big bucket in the basement.
And painted the insides of the bucket blue.
I get you. That honestly that affected my favorite color for my life. It's a lot harder to say blue these days. I lean towards more of a grayish violet or a green, forest green, bluey green. Honeydew is
country
been
of
growing
origin
for many years in southern France, in Algeria.
Oh,
it seems like more like. It wouldn't be in southern France. I didn't see any when I was there.
I like how southern France and Algeria, those are drastically different places.
Apparently it's in like, well, they're not that far apart, really.
Climate and geography is incredible. Like Algeria is incredibly mountainous and shit, isn't it?
I don't know. Well, you can probably grow these things in a fucking, a goddamn trailer. I don't know. Honeydew sucks.
They taste like they grow out of a garbage can, so fuck it.
I don't think anybody's bothered to like make a good, put the effort in and grow a great honeydew. I think the farmers that grow them don't even give a shit. They're like, whatever. I'm fine. This is just going to be the dog shit everybody throws out from their fruit cup. Fruit cup filler. That's what we're making.
Yeah.
Sometimes if you get it, it's not even green. It's just like white. You're like, this isn't even good by their
gray
standards.
Honeydew. Yeah.
They don't have any quality control.
It's just not cantaloupe though. It's so the honeydew's its sad little fucking sibling. Because cantaloupe, when done right, is so fucking delicious.
Dude, me and my grandpa used to just fucking crack open a cantaloupe and we'd just split them fitty. Yeah.
Yeah. And then right in front of my grandma, and I look up, wink. Go back to munching.
That's what good pussy sounds like.
I can lick each layer off with my cat tongue until it's just rind. And I look over at my grandma, wink. Go back.
My grandpa used to eat the goddamn orange peels.
What the fuck is horrible?
Why would I say that? This is why I don't want my family to ever find this shit, dude. Because I can't explain to them why I think that's funny.
If they don't get it, then they don't fucking get it. Yeah.
No, they won't get it. That's the whole point.
If they don't get it, then fuck them.
I think my dad would get it and think it's funny, but I wouldn't want him. I don't want him to look at me like that, you know? I like my placement in the family right now.
The golden child
no, I'm
that
not
never
the golden,
complained.
I'm just the white sheep that complains. I don't want to be a freak show that talks about eating grandma nookie. But
I'm the goddamn king of this family. My fucking
good for you.
My parents, they all retired and shit, and they're on their way out. I got the kids, which means I'm the center of the family. I can do whatever I want.
Well, I'm a man, so I can never be the leader of the family. As I said, it's very matriarchal.
No, my mom acts like she calls the shots, but
my mom would kick your ass if you said that to her. Okay, if you were me and I said that to her, she'd probably twist my head off.
Really?
She's not scary or anything, but she would never like hurt her kids or anything. But it's very much like you don't fuck around with a lot of the women in this family in terms of like. I don't know. I wouldn't speak out of turn in a lot of places. It's gotten to a good point though. It's not like that. I make it sound a lot more extreme than it is. It's just like my grandma and then my mom, my aunts, their grandma, my other aunts, and all this stuff. There's like 4 guys total, but I don't know. I'm afraid now that they're gonna hear this and that they're in my walls or they're listening to me. No, they're good people.
They refer to the men as just scrotes and breeders.
I've been traded off in a marriage pact a couple times, and the woman's always mysteriously disappeared. I don't know. No, I like the family setup though. I think it's a fun dynamic. It's also my parents are divorced, so it's not like that on my dad's side. On my dad's side, it's just my dad and I, and then my stepmom's still calling the shots on his family. They're still calling the shots.
Yeah, you can't live there, son.
Well, it is honestly a little. There is a little. I don't know if this is. I don't know. This would be doxing. It's not. But like there's a little overlap like that where my mom employs my dad's mom and my dad's stepdaughter.
She's holding her hostage.
No,
bro.
I mean
what
she just
fuck?
like they just need jobs. But like my dad before and my stepmom has worked for her. So, like, I remember my dad once, he was just like, Jesus Christ, like, my ex-wife is the boss of my mom, my wife, and my daughter. He's like, I've failed as a man of the household. But I'm like, I think that's a fortunate thing. I think you're lucky you guys don't have any, everything can be copacetic and everyone likes each other, kind of. But my mom holds power over all. In this world.
It's probably for the best, dude. If in a male-dominated world, it's rough out there. My mom dated this guy that it was him and his son was like a porn star that when he wasn't shooting films, he would just come back to the house and play video games on the couch all day. And the dad was like a construction worker. It sounded awesome, right? The dad was just like a construction worker guy. And like they were like, hey, why don't you come over to our house and we'll have some filet mignons. And my mom's like, oh, sweet. And and she shows up and they're like, all right, dinner's about ready. Let's go out there. And they fucking go out on the back porch. And my mom's ready to like, let's eat some dinner. And they just give her a fork. And then they open up the top of the grill and they just stick a fork down into a filet mignon and they stand around the grill and eat it off the fork. And my mom's like, you don't have sides. You don't have a fucking, I don't even have a plate. I thought it was going to be, I don't have a chair.
I said filet mignon,
I'm just standing in the dirt with a filet mignon on a fork.
Standing there next to the fence like it's fucking King of the Hill.
Yeah, with a fork and a filet mignon. And he kept talking about, he's like, filet mignons These are great cuts of meat, right? She's like, God, I would prefer to have just a dog shit cut of meat and some goddamn green beans or something, like some sort of side.
I thought that was gonna go such a darker route. Like she went outside and they were naked, and they're like, "Come on, time for your mignon." No. I'm a porn star. Come get this. Somebody order a filet mignon in a box. It doesn't come in a pizza box. Oh my God.
It's just his dick wrapped in bacon or whatever.
Beef Wellington. Order up, and you have to break through the bread, and then his penis is in it.
Third degree
for hours.
This hurt.
Yeah.
I had to batter my coconut.
Quick, start eating. It hurts.
Takes one bite, he ejaculates. He's a premature ejaculator. He's like, oh fuck.
Oh, I would not eat the rest of that. I have a lot of diseases.
I haven't been tested.
Venereal diseases. Is that milk? No, it's not.
No, it's
Purple drink. What is that?
Blackberry lemonade.
Oh, that's hummingbird food.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
That actually sounds. Oh my God, dude, this place near me has watermelon sweet tea. So fucking good. It's not like the watermelon doesn't. It knows its spot in the tea. It doesn't overpower. It doesn't take the reins of the flavor entirely, but it adds such a nice subtlety to it.
Not to go back to fruit cups, but watermelon has the same role in a fruit cup. It needs it just be there, but don't overpower, because watermelon can also taint the surrounding stuff to taste like watermelon.
I don't want it gushing everywhere and seeping in. I don't want to take a little bite of a strawberry and go, "What the hell is that?" Yeah. Strawberry also needs to not overpower.
Oh my God.
Beautiful. This is why people need to be reviewing this stuff on TikTok, because there's a beautiful, balance. It needs to be balanced. Everything needs to work perfectly together.
Or you eat a piece of your watermelon and it tastes like fucking honeydew.
Oh my God. Honeydew, honestly, I'd be okay if it just. This might be a little much. If it and everyone that worked on it went away forever.
Died. Some like weird honeydew holocaust.
I wish they were.
Finally, a fucking hard take from Poob.
I wish they exploded.
Wrangle up every honeydew
with you on that. Yeah. Fuck honeydew people.
And I don't wish they disappeared slowly. I wish they exploded, taking out everyone they love with them, everone around them at the time.
Like a Thanos snap, and it takes like 4 days for them to turn into sand from the legs up.
Yeah.
4 days.
It starts at the feet and the
they
top
end
of the
up
head.
Looking
and it
like
in the middle.
They end up looking like your fucking PE coach or whatever.
Yeah.
No feet. His eyes have turned to sand.
Was not my PE coach. Okay. Nice try. My PE coach was my driver's ed teacher, who was an alcoholic and was probably drunk. I mean, it's a small school system, so everyone's got to pull their weight. He was probably drunk teaching us as like 15-year-olds who had never driven before how to drive, like multiple times.
He's the PE teacher, the driving instructor, and the local truck.
Two donuts.
No, he used to be like, you need to go pick up my daughter. And I would be like, what? And he's like, she's at a party. Like, you gotta, like, he would have us. What
show
the
her
fuck?
a good
I just
time
lost
while
hearing in my
you're
right ear for a second. That was weird.
Oh my God, medical emergency. That's the end, guys. That's the end of the episode. His ear turned off. We'll catch you next time.
Or
it's
it could have been my headphones.
I want to go to bed.
Okay.
I'm so
my
tired.
headphones or my
it's
ear.
a Saturday.
Wait. One more thing.